Between you and Mark, you guys don't mind showing Shannon and Ross how you sync up YouTube and Facebook?
No, I don't.
I didn't think so. They just got to keep their secrets from.
Well, I don't think we can't use iHeart. We got to use our own internet access. So Ross says he can do it. So no, I don't have any problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
Game and so long, I figured I'd get it out. Yeah. So, you have vMix, right?
We do have vMix.
Yeah.
So go into vMix. Oh, go ahead. He's bringing it up right now.
Well, we're already out.
So
go
go into the settings.
How cool
Just show
is that?
Okay. So this is where.
So this is where you put that info in. Do you know this part?
Yep.
1,
So-
2, and 3.
Yeah.
So
So
each one of those is a separate.
the first one is YouTube. When we hit 2, it sends it to Facebook. And then if we had multiple Facebooks, you can go to 3 and plug it in 3.
Yeah.
So it's sending it to 3 different places. Simple as that.
All right. Easy peasy.
And then
Then we take it from YouTube that goes to referral list, like I said.
Yeah, we don't need that part. That's we're not doing
so
that.
we get we'll have
You want-
about 1,000 between Facebook and YouTube after about 24 hours.
Do you want to
Mhm.
use, do you want to send it to the stations?
But this here, this
what
no.
we've been doing with Facebook and YouTube.
see, we can't do iHeart. We got to go through our own.
That's good.
And we don't, I told you before, Ross,
Maybe the station's Facebook.
Yeah.
My YouTube for sure.
if you want to use,
Okay.
if you want to set yours up to grab our cameras, I told you I don't have a problem with it.
I think we're okay on a camera. We've been just we have the same kind of camera. We just
Yeah,
put
you
it on
don't have
top
a
of
lot
my
of guests and
monitor.
stuff.
When we have a guest in studio, he sets up something else and does a split screen, which works really nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. But we've been going back and we've been alternating between sending it to YouTube and sending it to Facebook.
Because I'm using Open.
What version of vMix?
He's using
No,
OBS, but we have vMix.
Oh,
and
good.
You can just.
Tom, I don't know, I assume you're filled in
vMix
on
makes
this,
it.
but Frank's lives start
Okay.
today.
And the other thing with vMix, you can easily put in
That doesn't mean.
So-
for your like endorsements.
Yeah.
While you're doing it, man, you should run your endorsements at the bottom. He hits one button while we're doing a live for someone, and right in the video, it plugs in their banner, their special, whatever we got.
Excuse me, Mark, Tom
It's just
says
added benefit.
for Frank's lives, does that mean we have to get him on for it?
Just once a week. Just once a week. On Wednesdays only. And if
Okay.
he's not available, I told Frank, I said, it'll be between 10 and 1 when Suzanne calls you. So that's kind of what if he can't come on, he can't come on.
And we're up.
But for Frank, I thought that was cool.
No, then we're not doing ideal today.
Yeah, there you go.
We're
On
not
Wednesdays,
doing-
just do Frank.
Well, he's in Phoenix dealing with a flood. It's raining in Phoenix.
Dude, they are.
Is it really?
It's like so bad in Phoenix right now,
I
it's
didn't know
nuts.
that. Holy cow.
Why is ideal there?
He owns a building there, I guess. I don't know. Let me see. That's what Suzanne said. I didn't look it up yet. Phoenix weather.
When it rains there, it rains. They don't have the drainage. It's-
Record amounts of rain in Phoenix.
It's global warming.
Yeah, you're right. It goes nowhere, man. They've got almost 3 inches, or no, 2.36 inches at Sky Harbor Airport. Oh my God, look at the flooding.
That goes right down the roads and stuff, and they got a lot of.
Man, they showed a picture of a dust storm that went through there one day. Holy shit, man! It had to be like 100 miles squared ripping through there. You couldn't even see. That's got to be the worst for your lungs. You got to run inside. I mean, that could kill you.
So after saving that yesterday, everything worked perfect today. I don't know why it got out of that.
I think you accidentally, that stream key, I think you accidentally deleted part of it, or
I
like,
don't even mess with stream key.
well, you did something, and the only reason I say that is when I cut and pasted the new one in, it was about this much longer, so I'm like, that's weird, why would it be longer? Or they changed the format.
Right.
You realize that if Clint didn't have bad health, he'd have no health.
It's the craziest shit ever. I'm ready for him to have
How does he
some.
get a, whatever it is, sweat rock?
Who was the woman in Texas that she was tubing and cut her foot, and she was dead like 2 weeks later from some crazy shit in the Texas water. It was the craziest story ever, and it only happens to, like, 1 in 2 million. But that's the kind of shit that would happen to Clint.
Well, I'm sure his immune system isn't that great. Too bad.
I drink that water.
Just makes me stronger.
Builds up
There
tolerance.
we go.
The Troubleshooter. Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. This is the Consumer Show, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. We're going to get right to the phones. This is where we solve problems, we answer questions, we take complaints, we make referrals. We try to make your life easier by recovering millions and millions over the years. We are live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on the iHeartRadio app, and live on radio, KHOW Radio and affiliates, and this hour brought to you by Cracker Jack Mudjacking. We strive to save you money, and this is where you repair instead of replace. With Cracker Jack Mudjacking, they fill the voids underneath concrete. Concrete sinks, settles, breaks, because there are voids underneath. Soil moves. This is a permanent solution. Unlike plastic, it doesn't leach into soils. Unlike these plastic polyfills, it's more accurate and forever. Cracker Jack Mudjacking, in business, 20 years with 60,000 jobs. They can get into tight places like patios and basements with their specialized mudjacking equipment. That's what they call it when they put together the concrete and the sand to really reinforce your concrete underneath. 303-410-7787, 303-410-7787, crackerjackmudjacking.com. Elaine wants to talk about a car she put on Blinker and got an offer, needs advice. Now, Blinker.com, for those listening, is an iPhone app. Blinker.com is the website. The app is, you take a picture of the car, it tells you how to list it, and it takes care of all the paperwork automatically. People sign with their fingers. It ACHs the money, so you never have to worry about phony payments. And it also, it's just a good app. It also lets buyers get financing for cars, so people selling their cars don't have to worry about it. If somebody wants to buy it and needs a loan, Blinker does all of that. So, Elaine, what's going on with your car?
So I had a person look at the car earlier, but they test drove it, but I didn't get any information from them. But they brought it back. But now they want to look at it again. Should I take a picture of their driver's license or something like that?
No, wait a minute. They want to test drive it?
Yes.
Again?
How does it work? Again, yeah.
Do you go with them?
Oh, I do? What if I don't want to ride it?
Okay. I would have somebody do it. I would never let them take the car alone.
Well, Blinker keeps their driver's license on file too, Tom, just so you know.
Right. But that doesn't matter. They can have a fraudulent driver's license. It could be a totally fraudulent driver's license. It would do you no good.
I've always went when I've sold them.
I say, Elaine, get a friend to go with you or have somebody go. I would never leave. How long did they take the car?
They only drove it around the block the first time, but now they wanted to check it out again. So I'm like, well, okay. I don't know. Maybe
nothing. Well, it sounds like they're on the hook.
Nothing wrong with checking it out again. Do they seem legit? Who are they?
It was a lady, and now she said she wants to bring her brother.
How old is this? How old is this lady?
I don't know. Maybe in her late 20s, early 30s.
Okay. I would be careful, that's all. I would not let the car go alone.
Maybe hold a credit card and her driver's license. I know technically she should have it while she's driving, but for a little test drive, I mean, do something.
I wouldn't do it alone. I would not let them take the car without someone in it. That's my advice. If you need advice, give us a call, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Mitch, you have an update? What's going on?
Hey, good morning. Everything went well at Jeffco. Everything is fine.
Are you back on the job?
Yeah, I got to go back in at 1 o'clock today. And
Okay.
they have air-conditioned vehicle allocated and a backup air-conditioned bus.
You need to tell the story.
I'll tell that story. Mitch called about a bus that seemed to be overheated. Now, he wasn't making claims it was overheated. He wasn't making any claims. He just wanted to know what are the rights of these kids, and is there anything that can be done legally for these kids. They're in hot school buses. The buses get up to 100 degrees or more on hot, sunny days, no air conditioning, and the kids have special needs. Now, it just so happens that right after that, Mitch was put on administrative leave with pay, and it was like a suspension, and it seemed coincidental to the call to the show. But upon further investigation, Mitch said they thought he was being threatening when he went to see one of the directors or one of the school board members, whatever. They said, you sounded threatening because you said he's going to know who I am. And Mitch had a meeting with school officials and said, I never meant to be threatening at all, and put it all behind him. He was just concerned about the kids. Mitch says it went very well, and as a result, he thinks that he'll be back on the job and he will have an air-conditioned bus for the kids.
That's right.
Well, great, Mitch. I appreciate that follow-up, and I got to thank Daphne, who handled this, Deputy Daff. We have a good result, man. This is really, really good. I appreciate it. I'll give this to Daphne here. If well, I was going to give her some applause, but we'll have to do that at another time. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. That doesn't sound too phony, does it? Hey, 303-713-TALK. Bob, what's going on?
I've been the victim of domestic abuse and recently tried to commit suicide. My partner of 25 years has pretty much taken everything, and I'm hoping that you have resources for somebody I can call for pro bono work. I have called and looked and been online, and I finally thought of you, like maybe you have a resource.
Bob, are you married?
We are annulled.
Okay. And how long were you together?
We were together 23 years.
So there's no question you guys were together. And
we
then
were together,
and then
not married very long, but
right.
legally together, yes.
And did you report it to the police?
Report
domestic violence?
No.
Domestic abuse. What you mentioned abuse and not violence. Could you explain that?
More mental and emotional abuse.
Okay.
Name calling. You know, go ahead, push me, hit me. You know, you want to hit me.
Yeah, that sucks. Okay. So
he was handling all the finances. I trusted him, but he.
Where is he right now, Bob?
My home. He's in my home that was left to me by my friend.
Well, hold on now. You had a house left to you?
Yes.
And did you put it?
75-year-old friend.
When was this house left to you, Bob?
In 2015.
And in 2015, were you the only one on title?
Yes, and then we got married in December of that year.
Okay, so he is entitled. Well, did you change the title after you got married?
Yes. He told me that I was the victim of identity theft, and in order to protect me, that we were going to put the title in his name with me as right of survivorship.
So whose name is it in right now?
It's totally in his name.
Oh man!
Yeah.
Oh man!
Yeah, but he should still be. He should still get half the marital assets, right?
No.
Why not?
No.
I don't care. I just want to figure out how to get.
Well, wait a minute. Mark might have a point. Here's what I was going to say. That house that was left to you and you alone, it would have been your home, and your husband would only be entitled to the increase in value from the time you were married till now. But because you transferred it, I want to get David Salisbury. Right. I want to know where you stand on that. I know you're looking for other things, but I want to know where you stand on that because
that's.
What do you think the friend's basis would be?
Is that well? Hold on. So now Bob transfers it to his husband, and then they get divorced. So or annulled or whatever.
Annulled. So it never happened. It was illegal. It's like it never happened.
I understand, but now I need to know though. What happens to that house? Is that house is still in his name, but are you entitled to half or only the increase in value? Because technically it wasn't left to him. So this is a very big, I would say that he acquired it during the marriage. Therefore, you both own it equally. That's what I would think.
I don't think the annulment would even come into play. Maybe we should ask Bonnie as well.
I don't think it would. But we have to ask a couple people. I need to get David Salisbury on. Now, this might be your ticket to get some help for the domestic or for the domestic case. What do you need an attorney for? Is it to get the house and stuff?
No, the first thing I need to do is he got a restraining order against me while I was in the hospital, lying, of course. So I need to deal with that on Monday.
Okay, so you have a domestic...
Yeah, I have a restraining order against me. So
but is it based on domestic violence?
No, it's because I tried to commit suicide and caused a danger, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Even though, there was...
All right.
I was saying there was police contact, but there was
when's the hearing on that?
It's Monday. And I've been calling and not finding any attorneys, so that's the first part.
What's the second part?
Trying to make sure that he can do nothing with the home until I can find someone else.
Okay, that's David Salisbury, and then Joe Lazaro would be on the restraining order. But here's the deal.
At this point, he could sell it for pennies on the dollar and just.
But you're not. Well, hold on. That's why we have to do something. You're not charged with a crime, are you, right now?
No, I'm not.
Good. Then the TSO. So 2 attorneys I'd like to get on. I'd like to get David Salisbury, and I'd like to get Joe Lazara, and I'd like you to hold on. And we'll try.
Grab a legal pad so
yeah,
I can write
but you're going to hold on while we get him on the air, too. So hold on. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We have lines open. You can get right through. We'll get right to all of your calls at 303-713-TALK. Revitalized Health. You know, Dr. D is coming to town next week from BioT. Dr. Donovitz, he started the whole thing. Revitalized Health offers hormone optimization through BioT, testosterone pellets, estrogen pellets, and therefore, what they do is they control and optimize your hormones. They also have other age-fighting treatments, and they're called, I call them the HormoneBros.com, 3 brothers in practice, and you will love what they do. Revitalize Health. They have Juvederm, they have Botox, and other kinds of fillers you may want to check out. Females and males, of course, this is an open practice to both, 470 and Ken Carl. And this is a great place to get your BioT. They have blood tests available, of course, and they do everything on blood work. If you're over 30, you have less energy, you're gaining weight, losing muscle, you got to check into BioT with Revitalized Health. TheHormoneBros.com, 720-361-2302, 720-361-2302.
That's such a weird deal.
I would say the annulment's going to make it worse. If now it wasn't a
This report is brought to you by Indeed.com.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. They were partners. They were together. He gave them the home. Oh, you're saying he gave the home. There is no marital asset. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No, that's why I said I don't know if the annulment would come in on that.
Well, depending upon how they did their, if they were considered.
If I was married to you,
no, don't be.
in this circumstance, and you won the lottery while we were married, and then you go out afterwards and try to annul it, and it gets annulled, I'd say you still owe me half that fucking money.
That's a great question. That's a great question.
I know it's a great question.
But annulment.
And no, I won't marry you.
Please win the lottery. No, the annulment, I guess that's the whole thing. What is the definition of annulment? Is annulment they never happened?
Yeah, and if there was assets and stuff that were made in that period of time.
Wiped out?
Well, I don't think so.
I don't know. Law is not always common sense.
It's supposed to be.
I just watched that Seinfeld last night.
Which one?
This one. You know, George goes, "You want sex right now? Come on, let's go."
I'll have sex with you right now.
My dad is gay.
Make it like it is, or make it like you want it. You've heard that before, right? Well, that applies to your home too.
How was it having 16 shirts to choose from today?
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Where's my red one, though?
Oh, well, you wore that last week. That's in the steam pile, and I'll steam or press that over the weekend. You had 16 other shirts, 15 now.
Do you like the
other
steam?
shirts?
That's fine, because my son's got one.
Totally
His mom
inspired,
gave it to
but
it.
I only steam on the weekends. I'm busy during the week.
And you just put it on a hanger? I don't use it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty good at it.
It was-
And I burned myself.
It's that hot?
Yes. I wonder if he wants me to get Craymac on. Lozera's not available.
Yeah, I was thinking that same.
Here it is. Look, what this means for finances is at the annulment, the courts do their best to restore the individuals to their original financial state.
Right, but
his original financial state, he owned the house.
Or was that before or after, or was marriage after
That was during the period.
Well, he might be ending up screwed because he's been in the nut house, though, or whatever. Doesn't matter.
We try to not say nut house.
In fact, that could be better for him. And it's not nut house, it's loony bin.
Lozera's in court. You want me to get Craymac one for the little house?
Excuse me. He's in the nut house. Oh, excuse me. I mean loony bin.
Wait, can we can get, hold on. Yeah, we can get that, yeah. What about, though?
Here's what it says about annulment.
David Salisbury around?
Waiting to hear from him.
Listen to this, Tom. What this means for your finances compared to a divorce. In an annulment, the courts do their best to restore the individuals to their original financial state, so that the money property you brought into the marriage is what you should walk away with. So therefore, if he owned the house walking in, you would think he would be made whole with that again. In just what I'm reading.
This is a weird.
This also includes any debt and joint assets accumulated together during the marriage that was annulled.
But when was the marriage? Was it common law before that? And then they got married? You know, they were there.
They had the house, but he got the house.
During the annulment, or during the marriage.
Yeah, during the marriage.
But could he go back and say that this was a common law marriage?
It doesn't matter.
It was
It
annulled.
wouldn't matter. What difference is it?
We're talking assets.
Because if it was common law from 20, because they were in 20 years and they filed taxes and did all that.
Yeah, but when they had it annulled, they officially destroyed that, even if it was common law.
And he's in the nut house. I mean, loony bin. That's a great line.
Is he right now?
I thought that's what Suzanne said. He was in the nut house, and I had to correct her. Nut house isn't politically correct. He's in the loony bin. We try to be PC.
Michael Brown, afternoons 4 to 7.
You and all the Democrats.
Hey, that's
fighting words. The fighting words. Don't call me that.
Or not. Join me Wednesday at 4 for more Irreverent Talk Radio.
Tom the other day says, short bus.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. artofgranite.net. Remember that, artofgranite.net. If you're looking for granite countertops or cabinets, you'll find the best at Art of Granite. I'm Tom Martino. We're going to take your calls on problems, questions, and complaints. This one about this marriage gone bad, where he had deeded the house to his partner, his husband, and then get the marriage annulled. This is a weird one. I want to talk to David Salisbury about this. I'd also like to talk to Bonnie Shields. That's a good one, too. Our divorce attorney, expert. artofgranite.net, Mitch Fleer, he'll give you a price on the phone. He doesn't charge anything but wholesale for all of the stone material. He's a direct stone importer or solid surface, direct importer of stone, and he doesn't charge for tear out and haul away. He doesn't charge for the bathroom when you have the kitchen done, and he only charges for fabrication and installation. He does the entire Front Range and Mountain Communities, a premier designer of countertops and cabinets for a small markup. All you have to do is call to get your price or a close estimate within a few $100. That's 303-386-5919, Art of Granite, Mitch Fluria. You will love the work. He guarantees 100% satisfaction. 303-386-5919, artofgranite.net. So, Bob says he was married. It's a bad marriage, domestic abuse. They had it annulled. I want to get some chronology here, Bob. Bob, yes. What came first, the house or the marriage?
The house.
The house was in 2015.
Right.
And then the marriage came in 2000 what?
In December of 2015.
Okay, later the marriage, and then when did you quit claim it to him?
I don't know exactly.
When did you do it? When did you do?
2016 when we filed for annulment.
Okay.
It's supposed to be part of the annulment, but it's not part of the annulment.
Wait a minute. Did you do the annulment before the deed or the deed first?
Everything was done at the same time.
Why would you do that at the same time? He's saying, let's leave each other, but give me the house.
At that point, he was totally in love with me, and he was feeding me Percocets. So
hold on. So he's telling you, even though we're getting this annulled, I'm going to stay with you?
Before the annulment, he was saying, we're going to stay with me. The reason we got annulled is because they took away his Social Security benefits.
Why?
So because being a married couple, your income level is too high.
No, it's not. It doesn't.
We were over the 2000, so they took away his Social Security. So according to him,
wait a minute. So he took early Social Security.
We're both disabled.
Oh, Social Security disability. Gotcha.
Social Security disability, right. We're both disabled. He's been disabled much longer than I have, and I've just recently become disabled in the last 5 years.
Then he got a restraining order.
He's gotten a restraining order. He's lied. He's done theft. He's been in jail.
So Monday is...
Monday is the restraining order thing, which is the first part of the problem.
Hold on a sec. Mark Kranak is an attorney at law on a referral list at referralist.com.
Wait, what was his name? Mark.
Yeah, I'm just talking to him right now for reference. Okay. Hey, Mark.
Yeah, Tom, how are you?
Listen, these partners, they're not charged with crimes. This guy on the phone is not charged with a crime. His husband or ex-husband simply went in and asked for a temporary restraining order. Now there's a hearing on Monday. My question to him, to Bob, is why fight it? Who cares, Bob? I mean, really,
All my stuff is there.
No. I'm saying you can ask the courts that you... Oh, I see. You were both still living there.
Right, we were still living there until I tried to commit suicide, and then while I was in the hospital, then he got
a restraining order. So, Mark, he's not charged with a crime, and the restraining order at the permanent hearing, it's only temporary until the hearing. Mark,
correct.
I've always been under the impression, Mark Kranak, attorney at law, that you have to show a clear and present danger to your life, not his own life, but the guy living with him. His ex-husband would have to show the danger. You don't get a restraining order because a guy wants to kill himself.
But he's called the police on me and lied and told them stories that they believe because
But you were never charged.
I was charged with domestic violence in 2000.
Oh,
yeah, it was
not
2000,
involving this guy. I mean, there has to be. I mean, look. Bottom line is there has to be a factual basis, obviously, to issue either a temporary or permanent restraining order.
Well, that's my thing. I need someone to take the facts with me to show them this is what he said.
But you have no money.
I don't know if I'm getting my Social Security check today. Supposedly I am, but
where are you living right now?
I'm kind of living out of my car. I've been staying with a friend.
Oh, man, this is too bad. This is really too bad.
Oh, Tom, it gets even worse. It's like he's stolen over $100,000 in assets.
What other assets?
There was an annuity left by Thomas, the man who left me the home, so I would have money to pay taxes.
And where's the annuity?
I had signed power of attorney, so he took that. He took a $14,000 check that was paid through the estate for Thomas's final care.
Tell me why the annuity to pay taxes on what?
Just so I would be taken care of. Like my friend Thomas was 85, and I helped him live out his final years at home, and he was my friend. He was kind of like an adopted father.
This is terrible. This is terrible. Listen, man, why didn't you see this leech coming?
I don't know.
You've been together how long?
Because when you love somebody and you're abused, you don't talk about it.
How long have you been together, man? How long were you together?
22 years or something like that.
Was he abusive the entire time?
No.
God, I just can't believe you stole from me.
I mean, yes, he was.
Hey, Mark.
You don't see it.
Mark, listen, if he wants his stuff in the house and there's a restraining order, what do you say to a judge about that?
Well, you try to sort that out at the hearing and say, look, Judge, my guy's got some stuff over there. My client has some things there. He needs to get the stuff out. And most judges are going to be reasonable about that. There's a method here too, where you could do this thing where you call the police and the police will show up like with you.
Yeah.
If there's a restraining order.
All right, hold on. What about? So the hearing is when? Monday?
It's Monday, and I did do the police assist on Saturday. We went and got some of my stuff. I was able to get my clothes and a few things, but...
What do you recommend he do, Mark?
Well, I think he should go to the hearing and try to explain the situation to the judge and see if he could get a window of opportunity to get over there and get his stuff out.
I want to know what the range of what it costs him to get an attorney to go to a hearing with him.
I mean, it would be, I'd get a retainer fee up front, just do it on an hourly rate.
I mean, what a normal, give me a range, not you, Mark,
like,
but give me a range for attorneys in general, including you. What would the range be?
I mean, it seems like, an average hourly rate around here is $300 to $400 an hour.
And so people would want how much up front?
I mean, how much is something like this going to take? It's not that complicated. It's going to take a few hours. You might get like a $1,500 fee up front, something like that.
Okay.
That part of it will take a couple hours, but there's like 3 parts.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem. Hold on. Listen, Bob, we might be able to help you with the domestic part of this as far as the house. Mark Cranack, I appreciate it, 303-999-3900. He does a lot of different law. He will handle criminal defense, and he does other litigation. He's helped people with real estate and other matters, and insurance, going after insurance companies. And, of course, I want to mention Joe Lazzara, of course, is a criminal defense attorney in cases like this. And Joe has helped us. We tried to get a hold of him. We're going to keep trying to see if he has a comment. And that's Joseph A. Lazzara for criminal defense. When something like this comes up, you need a criminal defense attorney. Of course, he also represents you in DUIs and stuff like that. And if you made a stupid mistake, 303-429-6200, LazzaraLegal.com. Okay, hold on. I think we need a divorce attorney, Suzanne, either Bonnie Shields or someone, and then we also need to get a hold of David Salisbury, and we'll be back with more on your other calls.
Yeah. Something's fishy. When he said he had a domestic, that kind of changed things.
Same guy.
With the same guy.
Ideal Home Loans. Let's talk about how you can help home buyers. We have a number of programs. They're all free. Ideal Home Purchase Plan.
Yo, bro. You need to do a revitalized health promo for tomorrow. Something during the show. Do it during the break.
Oh, so you can put it on.
Yeah.
Why? Or did you run out of the ones I did?
I don't have a revitalized health. We never did one. This is our first time in, I guess. So.
I thought I did want to record it. Let me just see.
If you did, you didn't send it to us.
Okay, that's probably what happened. So let me check. I'll let you know what I'll do.
Home buyers, and in this market, we need all the help we can get, and all they have to do is log on to idealhomeloans.com.
What do you make of it?
I'm telling you, it's amazing. This home scout.
I think it was that guy's house he got left in. But
I do too.
I think the other guy definitely manipulated the thing all along.
You think this guy manipulated the old man to get the house and the annuity?
Oh, I don't know about that. I have no idea about that.
I'd love to talk to the other guy.
I tell you, this Social Security disability is fucking rampant.
We send in a cleaning crew and a crew right off the top.
He has stats to prove he sells fast.
I think that's the biggest scam in the U.S.
You not only sell your home faster and for more money.
SS disability.
The real estate man with Remax Alliance. 303-920-1622.
Copays, codes, coupons. Searching for savings on prescriptions is so
I mean, you get all these
like you need a doctor's degree.
liberal lawmakers and stuff. They turn an eye away from, oh, these guys deserve it.
Well, some of them. I mean,
some. Absolutely, I totally agree. Some are. I'll bet you.
You just need to know someone.
Pulling this out my ass.
Your friend doctor.
50% could actually work.
Savings better. Not all patients.
I don't know.
That's pharmacist for details.
Today's the day you break the stranglehold of addiction. You and your family can't lose another precious day to this horrible disease. If you are someone who knows he is abusing alcohol, prescription drugs, hard illegal drugs, or if it's a mental health issue, issue.
Say it again, sir.
You can't,
Related to substance abuse, please know you're not alone. There's help. Call the Raleigh House today. They've established
There's people that are blind that work, dude.
I know. What I'm saying is you gotta not be able to do things. Too many people that
Choose not to do things.
There you go.
It's a choice.
I was told an annulment.
It's a choice we're making. We're saving our own
I
lives.
was told
Yeah.
that an annulment is not a legal document, it is a religious document, true or false?
That I couldn't answer.
I don't know that, that came in.
I would say false, but you just look up annulment stuff.
I didn't look that up.
They said there is no legal.
Are you thinking I meant a recorded live, not a promo?
No, you want a promo to
Yeah, I
run
want a promo to
coming
run.
up tomorrow on the Troubleshooter show.
Yeah. So you want to do it? Let's do it next break.
And it's for Ideal Home Loans, right?
No, revitalized house.
Okay, so we'll get it done for Centeno Schultz.
Okay, so the stuff you were
Go Rockies! Go Rockies!
What is that?
The Cubs looked
I
pretty pathetic last night, buddy.
Oh, the offense did.
No, that was a good. I'm telling you, man. When they came, what was it? The 8th, they
So
hit
what
the
does that
one
do
run.
for them that they beat them? What does it do for them?
They, the Rockies are now in the playoffs, the real playoffs, if you will. Yesterday was one game, do or die. You either are done for the season or you go to the playoffs. And it went to the 13th inning.
Could they go all the way?
Man, they did it back in. It's like the same thing.
I remember the World Series, baby.
After watching it, I was shocked that. I'd be shocked if they win this next one, but I don't know.
Who are they playing?
Brewers.
I don't know.
And I know nothing about the
They
Brewers.
drink a lot.
They brew beer during the game.
I don't know shit about baseball.
They know Kavanaugh. Apparently Kavanaugh was brewing beer with them in high school.
Mark, would you Google to see if an annulment is...
No, well, the stuff he was reading was all legal. It had nothing to do with religious stuff you were reading on. So
or online at denverhairrestoration.com. Two things happen when you get a DUI. A criminal charge.
There are two ways to legally end a marriage. Annulment
That's
and
fine.
divorce.
Fine.
An annulment is a legal procedure which cancels a marriage. Annulling a marriage is as though it never happened, legally.
I think Catholics are the only one that religiously do it.
Bright Light Chiropractic, brightenyourfamily.com. I'm Tom Martino, and in between, I give out all of these recommendations, and they are not willy-nilly. We've checked them out. We love them. He does gentle, targeted adjustments to your nerves, which cause misalignments, and the misalignments cause more nerve problems. He attacks the nerves in a very gentle, targeted approach. If you're new to chiropractic, you will love him, because I'm telling you, there's no jarring, there's no twisting, yanking, and cranking. BrightenYourFamily.com. It's almost like an applied, quick acupressure, but it's an adjustment. BrightenYourFamily.com. University and County Line, Bright Light Chiropractic, Dr. Mike. You will love him. 720-583-4506. BrightenYourFamily.com. Okay, so we got David Salisbury, thank God. He can maybe shed some light on this. David Salisbury, attorney at law. David, according to what we're researching, two ways to end a marriage: divorce and annulment. And of course, you're into trust, probate, wills, estates, estate planning, all of that. But we did have a question for you, a weird one, okay? And Bob was married to this guy, and Bob did a quitclaim deed, we think. No, not Bob. Yeah, Bob. Bob was married to this guy and did a quitclaim deed and got married after that. But the house, he inherited the house. And I'm wondering if you can weigh in on this as an estate attorney, maybe not. So he inherits the house in 2015, shortly after gets married. A year later, while they're getting the annulment, he quitclaims the house to the other person. I don't know why. But
Me either.
Yeah, I know. So, I mean, David, what do you think? I mean, the other guy owns the house, huh?
Yeah, the other guy owns the house.
And unless, you know, a court, if they want, or going to court as part of this divorce, would reverse that or give him half the house, you know, force his sale and give him half, I don't know. But it was a big mistake.
It almost looks like a settlement. It almost looks like a settlement for the annulment.
Well, you know, if part of the settlement agreement is part of the divorce, mentions this property, then
he's screwed.
Or they go back in and they amend whatever was filed with the court.
Hey, Bob?
Yes.
Was this part of a settlement agreement? Was it written up that you were going to give him the house as part of some kind of settlement?
It is written up somewhere, but I'm having trouble getting it from the attorney.
Is it written up that way, do you know?
Not in the annulment papers. No, it says no marital assets in the annulment papers.
Oh, but in the transfer of the house, does it mention why they did it?
I have not been able to get those papers. He took every piece of paper, and the attorney won't speak to me now because it's conflict of interest, because he's Brent's attorney, and that's where I'm stuck. All
right, well, David Salisbury, thank you for weighing in. As I said, it's not really a will thing, but I just wanted to know what he thinks as far as ownership goes, because he sorts through ownership upon death and estates. And it looks like the other guy just flat out owns the house. 303-713-TALK. I need to get to other calls as well who've been waiting and get back to Bob when we get other experts. Benny, go ahead, Benny. What's going on, sir?
Hey, Bob. Well, I have had some. I usually like to joke around, but I actually have a real question. I
know you do.
I have perfect credit.
Okay.
And I want to utilize that somehow to make an income for myself, or at least give me a cushion. Do you have any ideas of how to utilize?
If you have perfect credit, the question is, do you have any? Even though you have perfect credit, do you have collateral?
Collateral, I mean, I have a car.
Like if you want to, okay, because even with perfect credit, you can't get loans unless you have a history of making loans without unsecured loans. It's a very difficult thing to have just good credit and turn that into a business or turn that into a money-making proposition. If you have excellent credit, let's say, and could get a line of credit, and you can try that. Try to get a line of credit. Even if you don't put up collateral, if you had money in a bank and the bank is holding $100,000 of your money, they are likely to loan you money on a signature loan because you're a good guy and you do a lot of business with them. And it's called an unsecured line of credit. That's the only way good credit can help you. Once you get an unsecured line of credit, then you can go out and make quick business deals. You can literally go to auctions, buy things, resell them, and use your line of credit. You can go and buy a rental and flip it, or buy a house and flip it, or you can do things. You can loan money. You got to be very judicious on how you do it. But the only way I see of turning perfect credit into any kind of money making is to be able to borrow with that perfect credit an unsecured amount. I used to have millions of unsecured loan power, and I would use it to buy properties and to flip them or to sell them quickly, and I was able to go in without getting a deed of trust, without getting collateral, without getting anything. I could make deals on the spot because I knew I had a line of credit. I didn't have to check bank accounts. I didn't have to check a checking account balance. I would just make the deal, and the bank stood behind me. But since the recession, those big lines of credit have gone away. And people are starting to get them again, but very little. Mark, you have a comment on this divorce. Seems like a mess, and technically it's an annulment. What is your comment?
Well, my comment is, when I went through my divorce, I signed a quick claim, but according to the bank, Tom, it does not matter. If you're still on the mortgage, you're still on the
Well, that's true, too. But I assume, no, you're right. When you quit claim, it doesn't matter. That loan is still in whose ever name.
I think he got the house free and clear, though.
But I'm assuming the house was free and clear. Let's ask him. Was this house free and clear, Bob?
Yes.
Okay. So thank you, though. Thank you for that call, Mark, because you're right. It does matter. And it does stay with the person, the loan. I want to talk to Jay Muhausen from Muhausen and Muhausen. Muhausen and Muhausen, they do divorce. They also do, by the way, immigration law, people who need help becoming legalized in the country. Hold on, Bob. We're going to talk to Jay. Jay, are you there, sir?
I am, Tom. How you doing?
Good. Jay, you do divorce. I want to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Bob had a house left to him and him alone, free and clear, in 2015. Later on, he married his partner. Now, his husband, later on, wanted that house in his name and wanted to annul the marriage at the same time. I don't know why Bob did this, but somehow Bob annulled the marriage with his partner and also signed the house over to his ex at that point.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Now, what I want to know is, can he go back and say, wait a minute, I at least deserve some of this house. We acquired this house together. But I fear, because the annulment and the house were done at the same time, it's going to look like that was a settlement.
You know, Tom, it looks like he found a tricky way to steal the house from him. And then that's because, first of all, even if you're married, if you inherit property, that property is separate property, so it doesn't become part of the
right. It would have been Bob's and Bob's alone, and his husband would only have been in for the increase in value.
That's exactly right. So then he quitclaimed it to him, which even if he put it only, which pretty much takes it from being separate property to making it marital property, because at that point, even if it's just in his husband's name, it's still both of their property.
Right, because but what came first? This is what I need to know, and it's really critical. What was recorded first? The annulment or the quitclaim? That is critical, Bob, because if the quitclaim was recorded first and then the annulment, what Mueheisen is saying, Jay is saying, that it would make it marital property even if it was in his name.
My guess would be that the annulment went first because it takes weeks to actually transfer
if the annulment went first, why, in God's name, did you transfer the house after this guy was leaving you?
He claimed that I was the victim of identity theft and that he was trying to protect me. In the meantime, I found out he'd been running up credit cards and stealing my house and all kinds of shit.
Tom, this is fraud.
Okay, hold on. Hold on 1 second, Jay. Just 1 second, Jay. Let me put him on hold. Let me put him on hold and tell Bob what he did wrong. And meanwhile, I'm going to talk to Jay. Jay, he said a bad word. We had to nix it out. For those listening, for those listening, Jay is saying it's fraud. Could you make a claim that it was fraud and this guy was not in his right mind? I mean, he was admitted to a mental ward.
Yeah, I mean, it does sound like there's some kind of fraud occurred here, and you know, so an annulment is going to make it as if the marriage never happened, right? It's going to void out the marriage,
right?
And that takes away any of the rights he has in a divorce, including going after marital, like an equitable division of marital assets. So this just smells bad. It just looks like a scheme of that he just came up with a plan of taking this house away from him.
Now, Jay, here's what I want to ask you: would you meet with Bob and possibly determine if you thought there was enough to go after? Because here's what I'm saying. This guy doesn't have money, and I'm not asking you to give me an answer now. I'm asking you to look into it. But there are such things, Jay, as putting a lien on the case if you felt there was something worth going after. I don't know. I mean, that's a lot to ask, but this guy has nowhere to go.
Well, Tom, I'll be happy to meet with him because I'm thinking there might even be some criminal charges here.
Okay, now, Bob,
something we can hand over to the DA's.
Are you listening? Now, listen carefully, Bob. We're going to give you Jay Mueheisen's name. I've known Jay, God, for years and years and years, and he fights for people in both immigration cases, divorce, and other things. So here's what I want you to do. At least talk to Jay. Let him look at what this guy did. And there might be some crime here. There might be something he did.
There's definitely crime.
Well, that's what you say, but now we have to let Jay Mueheisen look at this. And for those who want to know where Mueheisen and Mueheisen are, they're on our referral list. 303-407-0453. That is their number, 303-407-0453. We love having attorneys like that. We love having attorneys like John Fuller, Fuller Law. You see, we have a stable of attorneys ready to help you. For example, if you have 80 questions on personal injury, John Fuller will answer them. Yes, even without taking the case. You can call him at any time, and he will answer your questions, especially if you're in an automobile accident. He can tell you about the time limits to get things done, whether or not he represents you. John Fuller can give you information. Fuller Law. PersonalInjuryCO.com is the website. PersonalInjuryCO.com or the number 303-597-4500, 303-597-4500.
This guy, man, this was ingenious of this guy, man. I
predict nobody, the whole thing is lawyer fees, the whole
Something isn't right, man. Something isn't right. My radar is going off. No, I don't know. Something's different, man. Hey, Matt, you guys have any of the 18KLX 250s? When are the 19s coming in? I was told like a month ago from you guys, and I still don't see them anywhere.
630K how? Indeed. Used by
oh, they're not out anywhere yet.
For hiring, where business owners
oh, dang, man. When do you think you'll see them?
Post job openings with screener questions, then sort.
Are they the same colors, camo and green?
From an online dashboard.
All right, thanks.
More at Indeed.com/hire.
Dude, I'm looking for 2 cars. I'm looking for a motorcycle, and I can't fucking find anything.
Evaluation of your lots to see what it will generate over the next 20
I wanted to get mine traded in before it hit 60.
Right, but you need to get a very light motorcycle.
That's what I'm getting at 250.
And how are you pulling out there? You're putting it on a fender thing?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Because to get those things, can you drive it on that thing? Drive it up? Or
The bike, the 250, what size is yours? You know how little these are. Oh, yours is bigger than this thing.
Right, but the 250s aren't super, I mean, just to lift that, you know, if you got 2 people.
It doesn't lift like that, I'll show you.
Those people down.
Motorcycle hitch. Rack.
Right.
At McDonald Hardware, we source our flooring directly from manufacturers for exceptional quality and price. Click Macwoods.com.
This is what I'm looking at right here. Either the black or this one.
Okay, yeah, but like I say, that's...
No, it's like this.
Oh, it does.
It
Okay,
tilts.
oh, okay.
So you push it up,
very good.
And then you lock it.
Yeah. So push it down.
But it doesn't matter. I mean, I can personally lift at least 800 pounds, dead weight. So,
man, you're an animal.
Some of these are huge, man.
Oh. I love this.
That jingle is, my jingle was so much better.
For over 11 years, we are experienced in helping homeowners
I have to
thousands less
go out there on the break and get my
their home faster.
blood pressure medicine.
Are you ready to do that promo? Call 895-0500.
You want 15?
Hundreds of clients.
No, it only needs to be 7 seconds.
Faster.
And it's about revitalized health, right?
Yeah.
And pay off the home.
How many seconds?
7.
Okay. I'm going to practice one. Join the Hormone Bros on the show to find out about Bio-T and more. Coming up at 10. Okay. Ready? Mic is on, right? Yeah. Coming up at 10, join me and the Hormone Bros to find out. Coming up at 10, join me with the Hormone Bros to find out more about Bio-T and what it can do for you. That's coming up, right? And then tomorrow? Join me tomorrow at 10 to talk to the Hormone Bros about Bio-T and what it can do for you. That's tomorrow at 10.
Free of your debt, and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. The program at Total
You made me think, maybe I get one that's a little more heavy duty.
Not heavy duty.
No, I mean not the bike. Like this one.
So if it tilts down, that's fine, but you need to jack it back up too.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's something like this here, so you drive it on there.
Yeah, you would.
Okay,
You don't drive it on, but you push it up, and then you lock it in. See, there, that's what I'm saying. So look, you push it up,
and it falls down,
and then it falls down, then you pick it up again,
at 866-844.
So Tom, yeah, right. With Blinker and stuff, that's a good question that guy brought up. What did they suggest? Did you go on the ride along, or do they have some type of insurance policy that would say they stole the car?
No, they're not going to do that.
You don't think they would have something like that just for the?
I don't think they did.
But that's a good question. Is because a lot of people.
I don't think it's that good.
What do you mean it's part? Hi, Tom Martino, looking for a loan? Ideal Home Loans for your next ideal home loan.
With the interest rate guarantee, if interest rates fluctuate, you don't have to worry about it. They will refinance you free of charge if rates go down. IdealHomeLoans.com, 303-867-7000. They also have the pre-approval, which is like a cash deal, the pre-approval, and that is at 303-867-7000. And remember, if you're looking to buy and you want to write up that contract the right way, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, we'll be hearing from him a little later. Let's talk about debt consolidation with Kelly. And we have lines open at 303-713-TALK. You can get right through, and I'll get right to you. Kelly, let's talk. What's going on, Kelly?
Well, I owe a lot of credit card bills.
Now, how much what is it all added up?
About $43,000.
How much do you make?
Take home about $3,600 a month.
Okay. And a lot of people are going to say, Tom, don't you dare. Don't you dare recommend bankruptcy, by the way. Don't you dare. Now, I just want to tell you something. I personally don't like people doing bankruptcies on credit cards, but I think that sometimes they have to. I don't think they deserve a life sentence because their credit card debt is too much, and they'll never the rest of their lives pay it off. I do think bankruptcy, I'm the bankruptcy moralist here thinking what's good and what's bad. I shouldn't be, because really I think bankruptcy is for those unforeseen things, those like a giant like a giant medical bill or a recession or something that drops out from under you, or unemployment or a death in the family. But
right, that's how I feel about it.
But you can do a bankruptcy. I just want, in other words, I need to tell you all of your options. One of them is a bankruptcy. You could do a Chapter 13 or a Chapter 7. A Chapter 13 pays back what you can in 5 years. A 7 wipes out the debt, but you're not allowed to keep stuff. And again, those are your options. Wink and wink, of course, we always recommend. But Kelly, you wanted to talk about debt consolidation, maybe?
Yes, because I just felt like, I did this.
Yeah.
To myself. I had a divorce 17 years ago.
Do you have any do you have a home?
I do.
Okay. Do you have equity?
Well, I have about 13 years left to pay on it.
Well, tell me what your home is worth.
About 140.
And what do you owe on it?
About 100.
That doesn't sound right, but it's only.
Well, where do you live?
Yeah, what part of town?
Eastern Colorado.
Oh, okay. In the country?
Yes.
All right. So, if you could get an equity loan, you're not going to get that much, but that would be some.
Well, I called the debt consolidation place, and
they're
it just sounded
rip-offs.
crazy. Okay,
they're
all right.
rip-offs.
Well, they scared me.
They're all rip-offs.
What was her income?
$3,600 a month.
Take home.
Take home.
So 36,000.
Before I make 40.
40 something, yeah.
I'd say bankruptcy. I think she'd be crazy to do anything
Listen,
else.
you don't want to hear that, Kelly, but I don't see. You're not going to get a consolidation loan, okay? Consolidation companies are rip-offs. The only way to do it is through debt, is through equity in your home or a bankruptcy. Winkandwink.com, 303-410-1720. That's it. Now listen, I know you want to think there's a way out to get a loan and to pay it all down, but there's not.
If she did,
you hear a lot of
loan on that equity in her house, she'd fucking lose that too. Then she's going to have no equity that she could have saved in the bankruptcy, and it still end up going bankrupt because now she's got multiple payments.
So
I disagree with you on the morals of bankruptcy. I didn't create the fucking rules, but I'm forced to play the game when it comes to Obamacare, taxes, and everything else. I might as well play the game everywhere.
Just say it, Mark.
So one of her things.
Jump right in.
She on her email I said, is she still on?
I haven't hung up with her yet. I don't know
So
if she's
she had
still on.
she hasn't been paid child support the last 17 years.
Well, why isn't she going after
Well,
that?
that's one of the things I thought she was going to bring up. She said it quick in the call. So is that something she can go after or not?
This is what Frank said he wanted to talk. I didn't want to try to put all that on the screen. I just thought it'd be better if you read it.
Weekdays at 1 on 630 K-How. This is
What is it?
Because I was right there. Sure. Do it to your phone or email.
Can I have your card, Mark? I'm going out to get my card to get
Yeah, of course.
stuff. I'll be right back.
Put it on your phone or your email, Tom.
My text, just send it to me. I'll be right back. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. I'll bring my own card, too. Oh, actually,
You want me to give him mine?
actually, no.
Here.
I have my card. I have my card in the,
Well, take hers just in case. Quick like a fox. That reminded me of, with that, Jen, how that went down. Remember this? They're in the used clothes store. And Newman is screaming at the guy, but Kramer's right next to him. Tell him what to say. Tell him he's a scumbag. You're a scumbag.
That's what he's selling the albums. That's what it was.
Oh, it was the albums, not the guy finally jumps across.
I think
Hey, what do you got here? You got Nat King Cole sings Christmas carols.
Bringing something good.
Some of the other ones, there was like something ho in Hawaiian tunes.
Yeah. And they bring it back to Jerry. It's junk. You gave us junk.
What did the maid do to George in that episode?
Oh, rubbed his
bald head in
with
oil.
oil on her body. Yeah, so.
I love it. God, this one looks good too, man.
Where was she from?
Like Panama.
It's like
Jamaica.
Sagaiwa or something.
Yeah, somewhere far, far away.
San Luis or.
This one looks good too, man.
Greg, he's not pushing. He's riding that up there. I'm not riding it. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, I can easily push
Okay, that's
that.
good. That's good.
The other thing is, look how long that ramp is.
Yeah.
But the question becomes, why is there some...
All I'm saying is that...
Do you go to bad reviews first? I generally do.
I try to take middle of the road. I try to go through it and take like a 3-star and just see. If it's
it's very long, sticks out very far from the vehicle.
He was getting sky-high quotes from others.
Actually, that's easy. That's better.
I know.
But it's more torque on the bumper.
You see my thing? My God, it can hold a...
All I'm saying?
I can pull...
You see what I'm saying?
I can pull those... Have you ever seen those two fat guys that ride the little scooter? Wait a minute, let me show you.
Well, right there. I mean, this looks like it's very good. Look at all made 5-star and 4-stars.
Riding. Look at these twins, mini bike. Look at these two. Here they are right here.
Who's this guy here?
This is them. Look at this guy. Look at these two, though, man. You don't remember these two? I think they were the Guinness Book of World Record. 814 pounds, dude.
Between the two? Or
well, the one lost a little weight to 784.
Well, good job, buddy.
Well, look at those bikes, man.
They're saying, oh.
So here's my point, though. I can haul those two and their bikes.
Do you want to?
Oh, they're dead. The world's largest twins. I knew they were in the Guinness Book.
Would you want to hold them?
I wonder what age they died at. Hold on a second.
It should say right on the stone.
The world's largest twins. If you were the world's fattest twins, would you want that on your grave marker? Would you?
Click on it and it'll show you the date. I'm sure it'll show the date.
I can, it won't. There's no, it's embedded. Let me go back here. There's some big boys, man. No, I can't at all.
Everywhere you go, people are looking at you and making comments.
Look at these, the McGuire twins.
Is the outcome that matters most in retirement. Hi, this is Carlin Tucker. I've been in retirement planning and wealth management for over 35 years. If I doubled your portfolio, that might not change your lifestyle. You'd still be you. However, if I doubled your income, that could make a significant impact.
I told him I would much rather sip from plastic penises all night than wear a Rocktober shirt.
I'll have to set up a
That's why they have you wearing a Rocktober shirt.
No, I know, it's worse.
most sustainable
Well,
income out of social
okay, we should say that we should bring a cup. That we should do that. Bring a penis cup and a Rocktober sugar. You got to do one of them. What you just do?
next month and every month thereafter, you'll be able to enjoy retirement to the fullest. Retire happy.
When did the world's
Retire with Tucker.
biggest?
You can reach us at 303
When
734
did the world's?
That's 303 734 1234.
This is not an offer to buy or sell. Securities are offered through Tucker Asset.
Should I put that in my update? And Drew is drinking from a penis cup. So see if he gets up. See if he sees it.
Retiring or experiencing
Should we
life
try it?
change, and do you own your own home? Then consider a reverse mortgage from American
This and
Finance.
much more.
Mortgages are loans
I'll
that
think
pay
about
monthly
And
by
board op Drew.
your home. They also protect your spouse.
Oh man, they only live 55 years.
And FHA insurance.
Look, they died basically. Oh no, wait. One died in '79.
You benefit immediately with no monthly mortgage payments.
I mean, they're so.
Were they wrestlers?
Yeah,
They
they
got
are.
wrestlers.
bastard probably lost his home. You know that?
I agree.
No, there's
They're going to go for the
there's
fight.
my nut detectors go, or my untruth detectors going off. Something is missing.
I say
We're
lawyers.
going to find out he used to beat the shit out of him or something.
I think all the money in the house is going to go to lawyers.
695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online at AmericanFinancing.net.
MLS 12334 regulated by the Division of Real Estate. Your shot at 1,000.
Did you mean to put two Aurora orthodontics? If so, I'm just correcting one. I'm not doing two.
You'll get a text confirming entry.
And I'll tell Drew, says, hey, maybe we should set you up with Bob.
That's cash.
Drew, listen, here's what Drew just told me. No kidding. He'd rather drink from a penis cup than wear a Rocky shirt.
The Troubleshooter.
I'm Tom Martino.
You're a troubleshooter, you're a consumer advocate fighting for you, recovering millions of dollars for people, hundreds of millions over the years in cash, merchandise exchanges, refunds, and services on YouTube, on Facebook, on iHeartRadio app, on KHOW Radio, KRDO Radio, and more. And we are here to help you to solve your problems. This hour brought to you by Fix It 24/7. Whether it be plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, or drains, Fix It will fix it. They'll come to your home for $39, guaranteed that price alone to find any problem. You will know what is wrong with that light switch. You will know what is happening with that toilet or that leak or that running water sound or that pipe hammering or whatever's going on. You will know for just $39. Then they give you a complete written report. $39. If you decide to have the work done, you don't pay that $39, and they give you a $77 discount. It is a great thing to do. Fix It 24/7, where there's no downside. 720-526-3939, fixmyhome.com. Okay, so Keith,
Yes, sir.
he wants to talk about a car deal gone bad. So, Keith, what is happening?
Well, Tom, in my email, I sent all the attachments and everything.
Good, and I want to tell people that when you do contact us, we get back to you, and this is proof. So, let's talk about it. In your email, you sent the attachments, yes, and Suzanne's sending that to me. And what are we talking about?
Okay, my grandson in Lee Summit, Missouri. I know it's a ways from here. I'm in the Springs area. But
your grandson, what did he do?
Yep. Well, he purchased a car from a gentleman, and it was a friend of my daughter's who happens to be divorced.
Did he buy a used car?
Yes, used car, 2003 Kia Sorento.
Okay, what happened? What's wrong?
Well, this J.D. Ray is his name.
Yeah.
Has been a friend of my daughter's and said, "Hey, I've got a vehicle. I'll sell your son, Peyton."
Sure.
And he said, but it needs a transfer case. If he just wants to pay for the repair bill, I'll sell him the car for that. And so the agreement was made. They talked to the shop. The shop said it'd be around $3,500, and I sent the bill. I think it's $3,517.
Okay, so what, Suzanne, what did you mean by that?
Well, I mean, to sum it up, Tom, they were told that if all they had to do was repair the car, transfer case for $3,500, and the car is theirs, so they went and paid for the repairs, went to title the car with J.D. J.D. says, sorry, I got to take the car to Oklahoma to get it titled, disappears with the car.
Oh, my God.
Facebook account,
Yeah.
so I don't know that
Wait
the
a minute.
attachments
Wait
are
a minute.
useful.
Okay, so the attachments show that, see, Suzanne had mentioned in my ear, those attachments aren't going to help, and I asked her why. So, Keith, you're you're telling me that you paid the bill without getting it signed over to you.
Yes, I know that.
Or
was
without
wrong,
getting, or Peyton did not get a bill of sale.
Not from JD, no.
Well, from who?
We get the title to
Who?
it.
Wait. Did he get a bill of sale from anyone?
He got a bill of sale just for the repair.
That's not a bill of sale. That's called a paid invoice. In other words, there is nothing to prove that he was buying this car.
Right, exactly.
And then the guy took off with the car.
Yes.
And where is the car right now?
We don't know. He didn't return it. I sent.
How did Peyton pay the bill?
He paid it in cash, I believe.
Right.
What do you possibly say to this? This is absurd.
Well, I don't know, Keith. What were you hoping we'd say? I mean, God love you for trusting us, but we don't part seas. We don't turn fishies into meals for thousands or bread. And I wish I could. I wish I was the heavenly host. I'm not, but
you quite a bit, so I know.
What? Yeah. This is sick. I believe you, by the way. I'm not saying that Peyton's lying, but God Almighty, this poor kid. Okay, well, I say poor kid. How much did he pay on the bill?
The whole thing, $3,500 and some odd dollars.
All right, with absolutely no proof, because you trusted JD. So this JD Ray is a friend of who? Your daughter?
My daughter.
Okay, what does your daughter say? Does she say, well, I never knew JD to be a cheat? Did she say she was baffled?
Yeah, she's baffled, and there's a text from him I sent, and Suzanne...
so JD, Peyton's mom, was friends with this guy, and this guy ripped off her son.
Yep.
And does he have a cell phone? Does he have a cell phone?
Well, we can't... The cell phone's been turned off. His Facebook account's been turned off. We called his place of business, or that he works for. They gave a number, and it's a Tim guy, and I've left a couple messages. Hey, I'd like to sort this out, see what you're.
There's nothing to sort out. He got somebody to pay his bill.
He took him. I mean, my God, the kid must have zero street smarts.
Well, the kid didn't do it. Well, who did it? The kid did it on his own?
No, Mom helped. He said, hey, I'll get the title to you, no problem. I just need, and.
Does the guy have a job? Can we go visit him at his job?
No,
anything.
He left town.
Nothing.
Well, we need to they're all out of state anyway, Mark.
We need to put the word out for JD. He went from Missouri to where?
They don't even know if that's his name, probably.
Where did JD Ray go? JD Ray, what kind of car?
Well, it's a 2003 Kia Sorento. It's white.
Oh, that's what you said. You're right. Kia Sorento.
Yeah.
Do you got a VIN number or a plate number?
Yeah, but what do you do? What do you do? He has no proof. If we catch up to J.D. Ray, J.D.'s going to say, that nice feller, he paid my bill.
Yeah, then you warn his employer, or you warn anybody he knows what kind of scumbag he is.
Yeah, that's
oh, my God.
Supposedly he's out here now.
In Colorado?
In the towing business, yeah. And because of all the hail damage, and he's doing
Let's find him.
And stuff.
Let's put out the word. That's what we can do. J.D. Ray, let's put out the word.
I see the Oklahoma plate number if you want me to put that on the screen for you, Tom.
Yeah, let's do it.
How many times do I got to say, man? They have kids doing sewing and this kind of crap in high school.
Oklahoma
How come there's no common sense class?
I thought it was Missouri. Was it Oklahoma?
Well, they live in Missouri. The car is from Oklahoma, and he said he had to take the car back. My grandson had the car for a couple of weeks.
Oh.
And JD came and says, hey, I got to take the car to Oklahoma. I lost the title. I've got to take it back there to get a hard copy of the title, which is a bunch of garbage.
And, Tom, on the invoice for the repairs that I sent you guys the attachments on, the plate number is on there, so that's what I'm using.
Hey, did he actually pay the shop the $3,500 or give it to JD?
No, he paid the shop. And the two gentlemen, Jim and Troy at the shop, said they'd testify to whatever they heard the whole conversation.
That's the only upside he said right there, is the shop can at least verify this kid paid the money.
Yep, and they know JD as well. They know the guy.
Okay, Keith, I want to get your information so we can get back to you. Suzanne, put the plate number up.
Hey, last question. How long did the mom know JD?
For over a year.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so the plate number is on line 5. You have to refresh that. It's an Oklahoma plate, BBD 953. That's Bravo Bravo Delta 953. It's a Kia Sorento 2003. If anyone sees an Oklahoma plate on a Kia Sorento, the plate is Bravo Bravo Delta 953. The guy's name is J.D. Ray. If anybody knows where we can find him, give us a call or write to us, help@troubleshooter.com, or call us at 303-MARTINO 24/7. 303-MARTINO 24/7.
Hey, how about those Rockies real quick? Wow. That was it's the first baseball game I've watched in a long time. Went to the 13th inning and we won, man.
Isn't it pretty cool?
It is cool. I like that excitement buzzing.
Oh, it is buzzing.
And the other teams, who are they? The Cubs or something like that. They didn't look that good.
No. Hey, this is cool. This is cool. Hey, Frank Duran, the real estate man. I got an email here. Frank, when I say something in your commercials, you think you're his only customer. And people say, well, how can that be so? Doesn't he have people that work for him? How do you handle that, Frank, when you have people that take a listing or help people buy? What do you do?
Good morning, Tom. You know, we have full team support, but here's the deal. When someone lists the home, they get me. I actually go to the property, and I personally negotiate that sale.
Everyone?
Everyone. And on the buy side, I'm still in touch. I still have a hand in every deal as well.
And you negotiate. So you might have helpers to show the property and stuff like that?
Absolutely, but in terms of listing the home, I negotiate. In terms of the buy side, I'm involved in every deal.
And Frank, we have had nothing but praise for you. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
This report is brought to you by Indeed.com.
The highway drive in the metro area in pretty good shape right now. Earlier,
did he say that the mom knew this guy with a boyfriend, girlfriend?
The elevated portion, both directions from 270 heavy approaching back.
That's what I hate, something like that with a kid that
between
he's probably
spear, but nothing out of the ordinary.
his first car, 17 years old.
Marker Road at I-225. Still some mild backups there. The weather forecast. Going to be sunny today, about a 10% chance of afternoon thunderstorms and a high near 81. Right now, a few clouds hanging out above, and we're sitting at 74 in Denver. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner.
To tell you the truth, I looked up Kia. It's probably worth
3 million
$3,500.
businesses for hiring, where business owners and HR professionals can post job openings with screener questions, then sort, review, and
Can you believe how many
communicate
people get
candidates
ripped
from an
off?
online dashboard.
That
Learn more
guy
at
was planning that more than that
You've heard
Bob.
me talk about Art of Granite because I just love the way Mitch Floria, the owner, does business. He came to this country in the early 2000s with $300 and decided
There's
he
a lot of people
wanted
out
to
there
be in the granite business. He started.
And I'll
Art of
guarantee you he'll
Granite.
justify
Art
it
of
in his
Granite
own mind.
fabricates beautiful countertops and supplies cabinets direct from the manufacturer. They are a direct importer of granite, quartz, and other natural stone. You can buy.
And he said his cell phone was turned off, right?
You never have to go to a granite yard, and
That'd be a
he'll
good call.
send you the wholesale price. You know, he doesn't make any money on the granite. He uses his contractor price, and then he fabricates it for you. If you don't think that's convenient, you're crazy. Don't worry about those giant warehouses and those dusty, dirty yards and those phony sales for 80-90% off. Why don't you go to an artist and a guy that'll give you rock bottom prices, and when you buy a kitchen from him, he throws in the bathroom free right now. 303-386-5919. artofgranite.net.
At Game, Affordable Interest Mortgage has been offering the Asset Manager All-in-One for over 11 years. We are experienced in helping homeowners pay thousands less in interest.
He's oiled up again today. It's over 76
all
bucks.
without spending one dime more. 720-895-0500. Game, where we have hundreds of clients that have been using this loan to build their equity faster, to have access to emergency funds when necessary, and pay off their home in 8 to 13 years versus 25 to 30. People initially believe that this loan is too good to be true, but it is true. Ask our previous clients. They will tell you it works. Call 720-895-0500 now to see if you qualify. Loans from $100,000 to $2.5 million, same rate. Why continue to pay so much interest? Keep more of your money. Call 720-895-0500 and start saving. Homeowners have been using this loan since 1965. Affordable Interest Mortgage, where it's all about you. 720-895-0500. Affordable Interest Mortgage, and talk to the experts. Regulated by DOR, NMLS 298191, Equal Credit Lender.
If you owe the IRS back taxes, get ready to pay up. The IRS just added an army of collectors to track you down. They are relentless. Don't wait until it's too late. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima works to stop the aggressive collection actions and fights to get you the best possible tax settlement. They have an A+ rating with the BBB. Call Optima now for your free consultation.
Call 800-960-1575. 800-960-1575.
Optima Tax Relief. There's no question you need omega-3s. But which form should you take? Fish oil or krill oil? Scientists have debated this for years. Luckily, there's a new solution to satisfy everyone. It's called Krill Omega 50 Plus. It combines ultra-pure fish oil and joint-soothing krill oil together in just one tiny pill. It's so powerful, it can promote the health of your heart and your arteries. And if that wasn't enough, it can also boost your joint comfort in just days. We're so sure Krill Omega 50 Plus will work for you. We'll even send you a free bottle to put to the test. The debate is over. It's not fish oil or krill oil, it's both. And now it's free. Just pay $4.95 for shipping and claim your free bottle. Call now. 1-800-361-1841. 1-800-361-1841. That's 1-800-361-1841.
Friday night at 6. It's Colorado.
There was one point during the game, the third baseman, they're trying to get a double play, so it's hit to the third, it's hit to the shortstop. Shortstop grabs the ball, tags the guy out running to third. The guy running
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Budget A1 transmission and auto repair for $149 will completely
service your transmission. $149. That's all of your filter, fluids, and anything involved within your transmission, minor adjustments. If they find a problem, you don't even have to pay for that service. You still get that service plus the repair. They credit you the $149. That's Budget A1 transmission and auto repair on South Santa Fe, just south of Dartmouth, 303-781-9858, 781-9858. Look for Budget A1 on my referral list at referrallist.com. Let's go to the phones. Now, we're looking for a car, a Kia Sorento, 2003. And it's sad. It is sad. This guy, this kid, Peyton, he pays $3,500 on the guy's bill because the guy says, if you pay the bill for the transfer case, I know your kid's looking for a car. If he pays the bill, I'll let him have the car. The kid pays the bill. The guy takes the car and leaves the state. It's an Oklahoma license plate. We believe he might be in Colorado. Oklahoma, Bravo, Bravo, Delta 953. The guy's name is J.D. Ray. J.D. Ray. Now, J.D. Ray is the kind of guy that either going to have a hit record or a mass murder. J.D. Ray. It was J.D. Ray. John Joseph Ray. Okay, Joe, what's going on?
Tom, before he does anything else and before the clock runs out, he ought to file a mechanics lien, and he can do it because he paid for the repair. The fact that he subcontracted it to a garage.
He doesn't even know the VIN number on the vehicle.
If he's wait. If he's got a plate number, he can get the VIN number.
You know what?
We have the VIN number on the invoice,
Great,
Mark.
Joe. Joe, that's a great suggestion, Joe. It is.
Yes.
It is a great suggestion. I appreciate that.
Right, and then he can go, and that'll freeze the car so it can't be sold. And
you know, Joe, you're right, Joe. That is a great suggestion. Now, he may not find it, but the fact that he has a mechanics lien, this guy would have to dispute it. And what is he going to say? Well, he did it out of the goodness of his heart. No, even if it's a loan, even if he says, I never sold him the car, fine. Then guess what? Pay me the $3,500. Joe, thank you, sir.
Well, and Tom, when he shows up to dispute it, you serve him with a small claims subpoena.
Or just foreclose on the lien, man.
Or foreclose on the lien. But before the clock runs out on the mechanics lien, put a mechanics lien on that vehicle.
Okay, man, thank you. Now, Keith, I hope you heard that.
Yes, I did.
Now, you get him. I'm serious. This kid's got to follow through. Now, I believe if it's an Oklahoma title, I don't know where he puts the lien. You got to check out with your local authorities. He either puts the lien on in his state or another state, or ask the garage where he paid the bill. Say, look, man, can you help me put a lien on this and tell me how to do it? Somebody will help him. Get a lien on that vehicle. Great idea. At least it'll show up on the title or on the VIN search.
You know, Mark Machowski or even Al, any of those guys can help him how to do a lien. They do them all the time.
Right. But the guy's out of state, so. Anyway, Rick.
Yes.
Welcome to the show. I'm Tom Martino. We have lines open at 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Get your calls in right now. I'll get right to you. What's going on, Rick?
I don't seem to have any luck. I'm in some gray areas which don't help me.
What's going on, Rick?
100% disabled veteran. I cannot work anymore.
What's the nature of your disability?
A number of things, but primarily my back and my knees are shot 100%.
How old are you?
Surgery, I'm 65.
Okay.
I'm native of Denver and Colorado, if that helps.
What war did you serve in? Or what duty?
Vietnam. Yeah, I went to college afterwards and all that. Wanted to work hard. And
What's your degree in?
Education. Physical education, believe it or not.
Oh, phys ed, okay. All right, so listen, man. So what are you calling about? Are you on disability? Are you on Social Security?
I am on disability, yes.
Social Security, SSDI?
Yes.
Okay. And do you get Medicare? Yes?
No. It's strictly Social Security.
Why wouldn't you get Medicare at 65 years old? Of course you do.
I get that, but
Well, get it. That's for sure.
Okay, well,
for sure.
What I'm trying to say, if I'm being taken care of by the VA, they don't do it.
Okay, gotcha. But you can still sign up for Medicare, and where Medicare doesn't cover, they fill in the gaps. I'm just saying, don't let a benefit go untapped. But what else can we do for you?
Okay, one of the biggest problems I have is living arrangements.
Where do you live?
Right now in the so-called normal apartment complex in southeast Denver.
And what's the problem? You can't afford it?
In some cases that is correct because the prices are going up, and when you calculate everything, expenditure just for the basics and all of that, you know, it is virtually at the limit, sometimes over what I can afford.
Oh man, listen, Rick, you're not in the same boat as a lot of people nowadays with the rents going up the way they are. I feel bad, man. It's terrible because you know, when you add up your monthly bills, you can't make it. But you know, some people have been rooming together or doing stuff like that to try to make ends meet.
Yeah, and what I've been trying to do is I've been looking at the high-end and low-end places. I sent you an email with some links to give you an idea of places I've looked at.
What are you looking for? Are you looking for a cheaper place? You could possibly, you could go to a subsidized place.
Yeah, well, some of these places are. I don't qualify for Section 8, things like that.
Why?
I already looked at everything there.
Why?
Because of my compensation.
What is it?
Again, my compensation, they look at it as income, and that if you make over a certain amount...
Well, how much do you make all in every month? How much do you get?
Around $3,000.
And that does not qualify you for any kind of subsidy?
When I've looked into it, and I have looked into it, I was informed no. Which, again, comes to where the housing... where like HUD's involved, that this new housing out there that are designed more for seniors, disabled, you know, I qualify, except for, again, when it comes down to my compensation. If I make $1 over what they say, one person can...
What do you want? What were you hoping we could do for you? How can we help you, man? I mean, really, how can we help you?
Okay, as a veteran, disabled vet, all the things I've done, what I'm trying to say is that please, in some way, a politician can help me get into these ones that are designed for somebody like me now.
Okay.
Or somebody might be in a position of power, authority.
I understand. Suzanne, do we have anyone at HUD or subsidized housing. I mean, what have we done in the past? We've gotten people subsidized housing. Mark, how did you get that one woman subsidized housing? Didn't you get her subsidized? Or
Which
not?
one?
Doreen? No?
Oh, no. She did. She had cash. The one we moved.
She's running out, but she had cash.
Well, yeah, she had cash, and we found her Social Security money from her husband. I mean, she lucked out in a lot of ways.
Okay, so what about subsidized housing? He's wondering, disabled, subsidized. Here's what we'll do. Do you have any specifically in mind, Rick? That
Tom,
yes.
Sorry to interrupt, but I think in his email he indicated that the way his income shows, he doesn't approve for the subsidized housing,
though. No,
right?
He might, though, because I don't think he's looking in the right places. I really don't.
These housing places, again, they have a income cutoff. If you make, let's say, over 30 or 32,000 for a one-person, then you cannot qualify to get in there. That is what I've been repeatedly told. I tried calling HUD here in Colorado, nationwide. I tried CHAFA. I've tried.
And so, wait, in every one of these cases, they told you 3,000 is too much.
They told me when they calculate everything involved.
I understand. You're making too much. Rick,
that I do make.
So what do we have to do? We have to try to find you something cheaper. Is that what you're saying? I mean, I want some marching orders. I want to try to help you. Do you think if you don't qualify, I don't want to waste a lot of time. If you truly have looked into that and you don't qualify, perhaps we can find a landlord that would give you a break, or we find someone who has a room or something where you can make ends meet.
What can he afford?
That's great. I would love that too. That's what I'm trying to.
How much can you afford?
How much can you afford to pay in rent?
Or again, what I'm trying to say.
Just say it.
Okay, like those new small places that are being built, like the link I gave you to that Chaffee Park senior one. I did a link to you.
I know you want to get into those. I understand that. Well, we're asking you, if we can't get you into those because you make too much money, we're asking how much can you afford to pay in rent? I'm not. That's what we're asking. How much?
Right now, I'm going to say maybe around $1,200.
Okay.
I have to calculate it.
No, I understand. I understand. So, people, hold on. Suzanne, get his contact information. This is what we have. We have his contact information. Rick is a disabled veteran. Rick, I want to ask a few questions, okay? And I want you to be straight. Do you do drugs?
No.
Marijuana?
No.
Do you drink?
No.
Okay. Do you have any kind of criminal background?
No.
But Tom, he does have handicap needs, don't you, that regular apartments can't...
He's not in a wheelchair, are you?
Not yet.
But you say the regular type of apartments does not have for my needs. What does that mean, Rick?
A couple of them are here. The elevators break down.
Okay, he can't do stairs. I understand that. What you're looking for is something you can afford, about $1,200. Listen, people, this show is about helping, about networking, about getting the word out. If we don't put it out there, no one will. Okay, there's no other show doing this crap.
What he's really saying, though, is
he needs help.
No, I know that, but for the $1,200, he wants this place here, this senior residence.
All right, listen, Rick. If you don't qualify, there's nothing we can do about it. Okay, we'll look into it. Can we give this to Deputy Daft to see if we can? And then people, write to us, help@troubleshooter.com. If you have a room, if you have a place, if you know of any, please. Now, Bill, if you can hang on. Bill, if you can hang on, we'll come right back to you, okay? I don't want you to hang up. I want to come right to you, okay, sir?
Okay.
Okay, hang on. I will get to you. 303-713-TALK. Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center, the place that helped me tremendously for my tinnitus and my hearing loss. I didn't even know I had one. And that's the way it is with hearing loss. I want to just cut to the chase. These guys are great. You get free evaluation periods for this. Just go, get a hearing test. Get a free test drive on hearing aids to see if you're a candidate. And they have permanent tinnitus treatment that eradicates it once and for all. Find out more. They're at Clarkson and Hamden. That's an urgent care building. Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center is on the second floor. Helpforringing.com, 303-534-0163. 534-0163.
Amenities this place has.
I know that. I know that.
So much.
You're not going to get it.
Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons. KHOW Denver. It's the biggest music festival of the year.
Looks like I misunderstood him. I thought he was getting 2,800 disability. I thought it was from the VA because he kept on saying disabled vet. No, he's a veteran that is disabled.
Why isn't he getting VA benefits? Or is he?
Because I'm sure he was only in for a short amount of time. So, but I think he was disabled afterwards.
Okay, wait. I'm starting to see how this works.
It's hard to get a straight answer from.
Okay, so check this out. Okay, now I understand. So the one bedroom is $733 a month. The two bedroom is $1,056. But the bottom line is, you don't go in there with the Section 8 subsidy. It is low subsidy housing. You have to make less than this amount here just to live there. He can't live there, period. They'd have to change the rules.
Right.
So he's making more than this per month.
Right, that's what it is. Right.
Well, they're not going to change that.
No. He's trying to find a place, though, now.
No, he wanted a congressman or someone to change the fucking rules. That's the problem.
But see, $3,000 a month is what he's making. He said, I thought it was 36.
That's 36 a year.
36 a year.
Which is over.
But what I'm saying is, all these these Chaffee Park senior residents, are all these subsidized? Where do you?
That one is. That's all he sent. That's the only link he sent. These are just other ones that are similar. I don't know if those are low income or not. I wonder if he can hide. Oh, he can't hide the income at all because it's government.
Once and for all, kitchens, baths, counters, and floors, and even replacement.
Geez, you almost go, okay, don't give me that extra $5,000 a year, Uncle Sam, so I can live somewhere. It is. He's stuck right in that shitty number.
The day you break the stranglehold of addiction. You and your family can't lose another precious day to this horrible disease. If you or someone you know.
Well, that's the same problem with Obamacare. If you make between like 50 and 70,000, you're fucked. You can't afford it, but you don't get full subsidy. How many calls have we had like that?
To address your concerns. 720-893-5559. That's 720-893-5559.
These are all brand new too. This sucks, man. I feel bad for this guy now because I get what he's saying.
All evidence-based treatments designed to help.
He doesn't want a room for rent. He wants a nice place like this that he can afford, and there isn't such thing.
The cost. Call today for a free, no-obligation consultation. The Raleigh House, 720-893-5559.
What is this request from Rick?
720-893-5559.
That's the guy on the phone that I just emailed to you. That's the guy on the phone. That's the.
Thank you.
Yeah. He wanted you to. That's the guy. Yeah. He doesn't want to use his last name.
Oh, he also put in here, I would need to get out of my lease if I find a place. Well, that's a whole new problem.
Your business can go on.
You see what I'm saying? I would need to get out of my lease if I find a place now.
For a limited time, make the switch to Comcast Business.
How would he get out of his lease? That's a whole new issue.
More way you can take your business beyond. Get started with 75 megabit internet.
Right? He's in a long-term lease somewhere else.
Call 1-800-501-6000 today. Comcast Business.
Mention that when we come back.
Beyond fast.
See, all these places are. How do you tell if they're subsidized? Whatever. I mean, this Parkview Terrace, I don't know. They're $1,000 a month. These here places. They have to.
Maybe it's stopping you from refinancing to a
because they make less.
No, but how do you know that it's? Where did you see that before? That
I googled this.
Ah, gotcha.
Not nowhere on there. That's just an apartment finder.
Custom loan programs, down payment assistance, and in-house underwriting, meaning you can expect greater flexibility during the mortgage process. Now, they look at a variety of factors.
When people look at my compensation as income,
well,
that's the craziest sentence ever.
Your credit care team can offer tips on how to improve your credit, getting you one step closer.
Well, I started feeling for the guy for a second, then I looked at it, and now I'm starting to understand. I understand where he's coming from. He makes just a little more, like $5,000 more.
Mortgage consultants at American Financing.
But compensation is income.
Or online at American Financial.
So he's getting both Social Security and he's getting disability.
Yeah.
So can he tell his disability he wants less?
That's a risky scenario. I don't know if you can do that.
I get email.
303-713-TALK. This one, Tom, please, the name of the place where I can call and get information on addiction, it's the Raleigh House, theraleighouse.com. This guy is an addict, and he says he's tried everything. The Raleigh House has the individualized treatment plans. It's medically based. They also do environmental, psychological, individual, and group. But here's the number, not to enroll, to ask questions. Now, if you want to enroll, I guess they can give you a number. But this is for friends of addicts and for addicts, 720-893-5559. TheRaleighHouse.com, 720-893-5559. Another email is about vacant properties. Somebody said, you mentioned that when I sell a property, it's not going to be covered. When I move out, it's not going to be covered under my homeowners. Listen carefully, people. If you have a home for sale and you're not living in it, it may not be covered. You have to check with your homeowner's policy. There is a possibility it is not covered. Did you hear me? Because if it's vacant more than a few weeks, something might kick in called vacancy, which means it won't be covered. Just check before you do it. Now we go to Bill, and we have a couple lines open at 303-713-TALK. Hey, Bill, what's going on with you, Bill?
Let me tell you a quick little story.
Yes, sir, Bill.
People out there, I got an 88-year-old hard-headed mother-in-law.
By the way, we like hearing from you, Bill.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Anyway, but I got an 88-year-old mother-in-law, hard-headed, thinking that she can do stuff for herself. I always tell her, let me wait and let me look on your list to find someone we can trust. So anyway, she's got an ongoing root problem with a tree in her sewage.
We have people that can do that.
I know that. But she's been calling Roto-Rooter. Well, Roto-Rooter guarantees if it plugs up in a couple of months or whatever it is, they come do it for free.
What's the one we found ripping people off, Mark? There was one that absolutely ripped people off.
It was something Rooter.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you what happened. So the guy comes out, and he don't charge her to do it, but he charges her a $100 trip charge.
What? Did he tell her that beforehand?
No, she don't.
By the way, trip charges are legal. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say they're legal. That's a legal opinion. What I mean is they're not. It's not necessarily wrong. Because people actually should ask. That's why I always talk about the $39 get an expert to your home with Fix-It 24/7. And other people have call charges. Some don't, but you always have to ask. And thank you, Bill, for that warning. And by the way, we have some major sewer disasters going on and drain line companies that you need to be aware of. Okay, really, I'm serious now. We had one woman. Listen to this. Who paid $70,000. Wait, I might have it in my, I'm going to tell you this. This is going to court. And this is a big story.
They screwed the wrong person.
No, this person's taken to the court. She paid $70,000 but found out that they never pulled a permit or never, wait, I got to find it. Because it's happening around the city from the same people, and I will find it. But it is unbelievable. I have it under story ideas, I believe. Story leads. I think this woman gave this to me, and she is unbelievable what she did. Let me see if I have her here. And I will get to it. But, man, is it an unbelievable story. Yeah, I have to get her on the phone. This is a crazy story. And anyway, what they're doing, they charge her $70,000 and did not do the work. And what they do is they pull a permit, but then never close it out when something is wrong. But the people, listen to this, in Denver, when a permit is pulled, there's no way for the homeowner to know that it wasn't approved. So, okay, you think, oh, they pulled a permit. Now they did the work. Then they come to you for payment. But you never really know what happened with that permit. They don't call for a final inspection. and no one ever knows. You're a homeowner and you don't know. So you're sitting there with a job that sucks, or a job that wasn't even done. And as a result, you're a homeowner, you pay your bill, but the city has no checks and balances to go back to the homeowner and say, whatever happened to your sewer job? Ever. So there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of open permits, and the city never checks on them. That's what we uncovered in this deal, and we're going to expose it. And, of course, TV reporters listen to this show. You can do it, too. I don't care. Just give us credit, okay? I mean, say it came up on Martino's show at least. But it happens. Now, speaking of that, Plumline Services has their own drain division. They're one of the only companies that do. Most of them subcontract. Now, subcontracting alone doesn't mean it's dishonest, but I'm just telling you that if you go directly to Plumline, they'll give you a free second opinion. If you're told you need a drain, call them, because they will give you an honest-to-God opinion, and they have their own drain division. So a free second opinion plus their own drain division, 303-586-1086. Never get a drain done without calling them first for a second opinion.
And if
303-586-1086, plumlineservices.com.
If it's slow or stopped up, $93.
Yeah, 93 or free. That's right. They'll clear it for 93 or it's free. That's good to bring up. All right. So let's keep going. David, he wants to talk about insurance. Go ahead, David.
Yes. Trying to figure out where to go, and my parents were in that hailstorm down there in Fountain. They have the general insurance on their RV.
Okay.
They're still waiting for the insurance company.
Well, did the adjuster ever come out, or did they ever go to an adjuster?
They had 3 adjusters come out. The insurance company did.
And what's the problem?
All three of them gave a different amount of damage. Then they wanted it to go over to the Camper World down there in Fountain.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Right, so that was backed up like 3 months, so they ended up getting it into Windish.
Yeah, okay.
RV, the new RV place.
Yeah.
They said that it was going to be like $22,000 worth of damage to this RV. That's not even worth that. Now they want another opinion on it because they're saying that they don't
Sentry
believe
RV.
that. Right.
No, I'm serious. I mean, if you need one, Sentry RV, they're wonderful people.
Yeah, but he's getting okey
No, we'll make a call for you. Deputy Dan, you want to call that adjuster? And
yeah, they're just giving them the runaround.
By the way, Sentry RV does
that. They want them to tear it apart, and then they would have to pay whatever it would be over, because Camper World is cheaper.
Oh, that's bull crap.
And Windish, and they have to pay whatever. It's $125 to go to Windish and $115 or whatever an hour. But they want them to tear it apart first.
They want who to tear it apart?
Windish to tear it apart. Find out what's wrong with the RV, because I guess they have water damage inside, in the roof, in the floor.
Okay, so what's wrong with that? But what's wrong with tearing it apart to see what's wrong with it?
Well, because then they have to pay whatever the amount over the hourly rate.
Oh, that's bull crap. Why don't you listen, just for the heck of it, David, hold on. Deputy Dan's going to talk to you, but SentryRV.com, 303-453-1111. Let them take a stab at it. They're really great people, and they have a service department in their north location at 119 and I-25. They have a service location up there, SentryRV.com. All right, we have to take a quick break.
Why not turn it over to their own insurance?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why deal with the general? I mean, the general is ranked up. Why isn't he calling Shaquille O'Neal, who endorses the general, first of all,
David
but go to his own?
Mark, that is his own. They were insured by the general. That's what he's saying. They were insured by the general.
Well, to me, it sounds like bad faith then.
Okay, Icon Eye Care does clear lens exchanges. If I can get out one message, it's about that. Every day I get an email saying, Tom, you don't like LASIK? I'm not saying that. If you have a minor correction you want to make with LASIK, fine. But your eyes continue to grow old. If you're young, if you're under 40, you want to get LASIK, fine. But you get to a point where if you want to do away with glasses and get a permanent solution, even if you don't have cataracts, you can get your lenses removed and new ones put in. That's what I have. New lenses that focus. So my lenses focus near and far. They're clear. I'll never get cataracts. They'll never grow old. I'll never need glasses. My eyesight, 2015, 866-GOT-ICON, 866-GOT-ICON, iconeyecare.com.
So I still don't understand why he just doesn't take it to the place the general says and have it done.
I don't. Well, the impression I got was when it's on Windish, they want Windish to tear it apart. What you're saying, go back to Camping World, let them tear it apart.
Right.
He said 3 months.
We'll make that. Oh, because they're backed up.
Are you sure General was his, though? Or theirs?
No, it was. They were insured by the general.
Right, it was the general. It was.
So it was basically, they screwed up.
Mark, why did you think they were going to the general?
I thought someone hit him and they had to deal with the
Hail
general.
damage. Hail damage.
No, hail damage.
Oh, just hail damage.
You're day trading, right?
A little bit.
I always can tell when you are because you join in and have something wrong. So how's my account doing? I love you. You're paying for my G-Wagon.
We've got a little
verbal.
Actually, it's not horrible today. Actually, all in all, it's great. That one HCLP, they need to announce that dividend so it starts going
By
up.
the way, I want to tell you something. Yeah. This conversation we had in the office the other day about whole life and this and that, they were looking for problems. Did you analyze what they were saying?
Oh, I know, and we both kept telling.
There's nothing.
Here's what's even weirder.
You analyze
they sell the same thing. That's the other thing. It's a different company.
But here's the thing. He doesn't want you to borrow from him because he wants it just to stay and grow. Yeah, that's the difference. Because he says when you borrow from him, you fuck it all up. In a way, you do. People get into trouble when they borrow from themselves, Mark, because they pay themselves back just the amount that they're being charged. You got to pay yourself back.
Well, you got to, like anything, you have to follow the plan.
I'm saying that additional money does not get sheltered. It does, Mark. That's the one thing that bothered me. That really bothered me because
that's his competition.
You can just say, okay, I don't like it because we do way more. But come on.
Eventually, that's what he said, though. When pressed, eventually, that's what he said.
And then Kurt Rogers does the asset manager, which is the same loan.
Well, he doesn't advertise it well, then.
He just did in our show.
Oh, good.
But he doesn't know how to stay up. He calls it the asset manager. I was thinking of calling it the liquid loan.
Why don't we take...
Listen, the liquid loan. Let's see if we can get liquidloan.com. I just set it on. Are you going or am I?
I'm looking at it right now.
Liquid loan. You going to our sign-in?
I'll figure it out.
Fucking guys,
I can grab it then.
Those guys at OnStar, those sons of bitches, they had me every month.
I doubt it's going to be real.
You'll have the right to settle your debt for a mere fraction of what you owe. Call Total Financial now at 866-844-7344. That's 866-844-7344. Hello, I'm Tom Martino.
Yeah, Doug's gone too. Oh, no, Doug's there.
Therapy. I've done extensive research.
Doug's
Let's
see what liquidloan.com actually is.
Nationally recognized for their work with stem cells.
It'd be funny if it was that product, wouldn't it?
Working with true living stem cells.
No, it doesn't go anywhere, so someone owns it and they're not using it.
Delivered with guided injections.
And yet it's not
only MDs deliver
for
the
sale.
injections. More experience than any other provider in the country. Why would you go to a clinic with no MDs at all? Centennial Schultz can help you with painful joints, knees, hips, back, shoulders, hands. They can repair most ACL tears with a needle instead of a knife.
You know, they're ripping these people's faces off.
Centennial Schultz at 303-963-9201. Explore
Liquidate my loan.
True medical.
Are you coming to me right after this? If so, don't use bumpers. Is it Centennial Schultz? Are you coming to me after this? No? Okay.
303-963-9201. And on my referral list at referralist.com. You're invited to stop by.
I didn't mean to do that. I think I just blocked that number for a minute.
Doing great. First time caller and first time protester.
Hi guys. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
We have to figure out something with our spot blast. It's just too hard to do best of and all of that. I swear to God.
The most social of all media.
I might do a sounder and say consumer tip and just have them so you hear a sound and you can cut out of it for anybody who's doing it. My segments, these spots, they're working totally into content. I don't know, it's just too hard. Is he still on, the insurance guy? Oh. Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. You just heard that commercial about Centennial Schultz and stem cell therapy. hope you were listening because they're one of the few clinics that do the True Living Stem Cells. To find out more, tonight is a seminar in Lone Tree. There is still some seating available tonight. Now, they have others. I'll announce when they come about. But please call about tonight or call about a free evaluation. Really, here's the deal. Stem cell therapy has to be done the right way. Let's just put it that way. There's too many fakers out there. Centeno Schultz started it all, Dr. Chris Centeno. Living stem cell therapy, arthritis, pain, painful joints, inflammation, 303-963-9201 for tonight's seminar, 303-963-9201, or of course you can ask for an appointment, 303-963-9201. Okay, so let's keep going here. David, Deputy Dan is talking to David about the insurance thing. The RV was pummeled, and the reason they're making, they say he has to pay the difference in hourly rate, he was unwilling to wait for the preferred shop at Camping World. And he went to Windish, did he say Windish or another one?
He did say Windish.
All right, but here's the deal. You're not required to go to a preferred shop to begin with. So therefore, you shouldn't have to pay an additional hourly rate for the other shop. Now, I also told him to check RV America. So, Deputy Dan, did you find out anything more, yes or no? What's going on? He was just talking to him about it. And we have lines open, folks. You can get right through. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Deputy Dan?
No, he's still on there also and stuff. So, the camper's only worth $14,000.
Uh-huh.
Windish said it's $22,000 worth of damage.
Okay, they're going to have to total it.
And they can't get a hold of the general he says they leave messages and they just can't call back and stuff as far as what to do.
Now, people, this is living proof of how you're dealt with as a customer. This is what this show is about. Forget the advertising messages.
Who does the Shaquille O'Neal does it? Does he do the...
Yeah, Shaq does. He hops in with the little cartoon character.
But when it comes right to it, they can't get a phone call back. So we're going to try to help David with that. If you need help, if this is the kind of frustration you put up with, please give us a call. Now, I want to answer some emails. Again, 303-713-TALK. All right. Tom, exactly what do I get when you tell people to go to gocamsolar.com/troubleshooter? I don't get it. Why do I care what they tell me about my lot if I'm not going to get solar? Is there anything else I can get? In other words, what he's saying is he thought I was saying that if you go to gocamsolar.com/troubleshooter and fill out the form, you get something. No. You get an analysis of your lot. What they're doing is saying where you're located, you get a certain amount of solar radiation. That's what they're telling you. So some lots literally would not be worth putting solar on it. And they can tell that from the imagery, if you're curious. Now, once you find out you have a lot that will generate electricity over 20 years, then Cam Solar will sell you a system if you want one. There's no obligation. And there's no money out of pocket, and they finance you for low monthly payments. So you're just paying right off the bat. Look at it as paying your electric bill, except you're paying off your solar system. That's the way it works. And you're saving money from day one. So it's gocamsolar.com/troubleshooter. Now, if you don't want to do that, just call them. 720-449-2935. Another email, I have an idea for an app. Can my app be patented? That's a good one. Hold on, we'll figure that out. But right now, Sean's got a comment on David's RV problem. Go ahead, Sean.
Hey, Tom, thanks for taking
Yes, sir.
Hey, I was just calling to tell him that if at all possible, don't even bother going to Camping World. They are so far behind on stuff, they will turn you away, and then they'll have your trailer. If they do take it, they'll have it for months and months.
I've heard that.
And you'll be lucky if you get it back and everything's been fixed.
But let me ask you something, Sean. Camping World used to have a really good, solid reputation, and that was for their products and their warranties and all of that. Do you still think they have a great name? What do you think, Sean? Did we get disconnected?
I don't know. I think they're a cash cow, that's for sure.
Sean? Okay. Mark, you recently got an RV.
Yes.
So you went there for sure. Is it amazing what they have? I think they fill a niche no one else does.
Well, Marcus Lemone's, I'm not talking Century right now, I'm talking Camping World. He makes a lot of money, but I don't think the service is very good over at Camping World.
Well,
at
that's
all.
fine. Now, we have more coming up. Get your calls in, 303-713-TALK. By the way, for your app question, Trenner Law, 720-221-3708. He'll know if it can be patented. That's Trenner Law on my referral list at referralist.com, 720-221-3708. He can answer that question. If you're looking for replacement windows, K&H Home Solutions. I've known Ted Rowland 25 years or more. This company has more than a 60-year heritage. K&H Home Solutions used to be K&H Windows, and they were the first replacement window company on my referral list at referralist.com. Windows, doors, and siding. Their website is khwindows.com. That's khwindows.com. They're designed for both beauty and energy efficiency. Nothing improves a home like these windows, and you won't find a better company when it comes to ethics, to skill, and when it comes to standing behind their product. If you need windows, doors, or siding, you can rely on K&H. I know that for sure because I had them do the windows on my home in Franktown so many years ago, and they still look beautiful. 303-421-7100. khwindows.com. Why don't you go to their website? You can make appointments right on the website, khwindows.com.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station with Russ Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
No apologies at the White House. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. The president's spokeswoman getting multiple questions about the president's tone during a rally last night when he appeared to mock Christine Ford, who accuses Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh of sexual assault in high school.
Every single word Judge Kavanaugh has said has been picked apart. Every single word, second by second, of his testimony has been picked apart. Yet if anybody says anything about the accusations that have been thrown against them, that's totally off limits and outrageous.
Sarah Sanders accuses Democrats of mishandling Ford's original anonymous claim. She also says she does not think the president is concerned about his remarks impacting votes. Fox's Jared Halpern, live on Capitol Hill.
Well, two undecided Republican senators are expressing their criticism of President Trump's rally in Mississippi. The president appeared to mock the testimony of Christine Blasey Ford, the woman accusing Brett Kavanaugh of a sexual assault nearly 40 years ago.
The president's comments were just plain wrong.
And neither Maine Republican Susan Collins nor Alaska Republican Lisa Murkowski have publicly stated how they will vote on the Supreme Court nominee. Murkowski says the president's remarks were wholly inappropriate and unacceptable. An FBI report on the sexual misconduct accusations is expected soon. Senate Republican leaders say there will be a vote on Kavanaugh this week. Lisa.
Meantime, Jared, Capitol Police lining hallways in the U.S. Senate because of protesters confronting lawmakers. Overwhelming approval in the Senate today for a bill that imposes some new restrictions on airlines, including limits on how small they can make the seats, although it does not put limits on baggage or ticket changing fees. It also has a provision aimed at speeding new rules to allow package deliveries by drone. But it also allows the government to shoot down drones deemed to be dangerous. Fox News, fair and balanced.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn your best price from nearly a dozen highly rated, price-competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote Life. For example, George is 40. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $25 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino. And believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-509-1667. That's 800-509-1667. 800-509-1667. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Their price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer Weather Center.
Mostly sunny today with a high of 81. Tonight, a chance of showers and a low of 46. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high of only 65. Friday, chance of showers and a high of 66.
This report is sponsored by Napa.
Buy a Napa reusable bag today for just 99 cents and you'll get 20% off nearly anything that fits inside. From spark plugs to air fresheners to oil filters, all 20% off. Quality parts, helpful people, that's Napa know-how. While supplies last, exclusions apply, minimum 3 items.
Income is the outcome that matters most in retirement. Hi, this is Carl.
Do the lot for 3 hours plus those. That's what you do. And then you just average it out.
So this full replacement value, that's why they don't want to total it, because he says the new one, full replacement on the new one would be $40,000. Is that what full replacement value?
That's how my RV is.
And that's why they don't want to total.
Wait, he has full replacement?
So do
I've
I.
never heard of such a thing.
I have it.
He sent me the policy.
I've never heard. I've always heard of ACV.
Mine's because mine's brand new. It's 2 years. So
But Mark,
I get full replacement first 2 years.
Dan, that would be like. Can you imagine that with a car? You don't get that with a car.
Right. I like I say, I've never heard of it like that. That's what he said he's got, and that's why they won't total it.
And they don't have to. It's their prerogative.
Well, what he should do, winter's coming up. Honest to God, what he should do is get it back to Camping World 3 months.
That's what I told him, to send an appointment up right now.
Or a different Camping World. Has he called? There's one in the Springs. There's one here.
I'll call him.
Camping World's everywhere. Hell, he could bring it to one. It's drivable because it's freaking just hail damage. He can bring it anywhere.
But campers aren't the same. Insurance companies, I thought, had to take it wherever you want to go. No.
No.
I thought for cars, if you got hail damage.
No,
you can. No,
I can't bring it. I can't bring it.
Where to go?
They can't tell me where to go. But if I go to a Rolls Royce dealer and they want $100,000 to fix it,
sure,
and everybody else wants 20,
sure,
they're not going to give me $100,000.
But you're saying that they got $15 an hour more is what Windish is for Camp World.
So how much is that going to cost them?
I haven't.
All in all, how much is that going to cost them?
Well, right, I don't know.
And if he's saying the replacement value is $40,000 and it costs $22,000 to fix, they're going to fucking fix it.
Right, but they said.
Say that again, Mark.
If they have full replacement value and the full replacement value is truly $40,000 and there's $22,000 in damage, they're going to fix it. They're not going to give them $40,000.
Right.
And they can't. He can't make them.
No.
Right, that part they can't make it, but I thought they had their choice of where to go. Granted, you can't go to some place. $15 an hour more is not that big of a deal.
No, but you can get a consensus from 3 different people or 4 different people.
And they got the.
His best bet's going to bring it exactly to what we said. He brings it back to Camping World, a different one.
So there's Camper Worlds everywhere.
I've got great coverage on mine. It's crazy. It's so cheap. I can't believe how cheap it is. I cannot believe it. I've got towing. I've got, if we're on a trip, it'll actually pay up to $400 a night for a hotel. It's crazy coverage. It's crazy. I've never had to use it, so I don't know if it's any good, but it's insane coverage, and it's dirt cheap.
Well, I'm sure they thought this.
Well, you don't use it then.
You probably never use it, honestly. Did you ever use coverage on an RV?
No, but here's it. Well, I did one. Well, no, I made the guy pay for it. But listen, my bus actually got the stainless fucking fuck. Oh, I was so pissed with the trailer. But but I'm talking about mileage-wise. You don't need hardly. That's
There's
why.
no mileage yet.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. I'm your consumer advocate fighting for you, and we'll do it for you. You know what I love talking about? Denver egress windows. Listen to this one. If you have square footage you want to count, you want to appraise, you want to sell your home, or you're buying a home, you need an egress window. That's an escape route. DenverEgressWindow.com. Check them out. They'll put in a brand new window well and window where one never existed before. They punch right through the foundation like it was there all along, and it's beautiful. They rebuild the old ones where the corrugated steel is rotting or the thing's caving in. They can rebuild them, or they can take the small ones that are just up in the top of the window and make it a full window well so it's legal. Or they can give you a walkout basement even on a flat lot and terrace down to a patio area. Go to their website and find out more. DenverEgressWindow.com, 720-626. 4221. I'm a consumer advocate. This show, unlike others, where what I advertise is part of what I do. So that is it. So you can talk about what I advertise. You can hold me to task. You can tell me about your good experiences with them, your bad experiences. You can tell me about new products you might have. You might tell me about something you do in business, even if you don't advertise here. You may say, hey, Tom, we have something better than that. We are totally transparent when it comes to helping consumers. 303-713-TALK is my number. Call about day-to-day life. Anything and everything that happens to you from the time you open your eyes to the time you open your eyes. That's right. Even sleeping. Because some people say, smoke alarm didn't work. That's part of it. So we cover it 24/7. Sean has a comment on this RV deal. First, let me lay it out. This person calls hail damage on an RV. Okay? Now, they go to Camping World, or they want to go, but Camping World's backed up 3 months or more. So they go to Windish. Windish has to tear it apart to see what's wrong. The insurance company says, the general says, well, if you have to tear it apart to see what's wrong as part of the estimate, that's fine, but we're only paying the hourly rate of our preferred shop, Camping World. You pay the difference. Well, I think that's BS. I think you have a reasonable expectation to have your thing fixed, and you should not be forced to go to a specific shop unless it's in the contract. So I want to ask Deputy Dan, Sean, you're right there. Hold on a sec, Sean. Deputy Dan, was it in their contract that they have to go to a certain shop?
He didn't know he's going to send us the policy.
Because if it's in your contract, it's in your contract. Now, there's one other wrinkle here. The reason they're so hesitant to total this thing with $14,000 worth of damage, he has full replacement value. Now, I have never heard of full replacement value on an RV. But Major Mark Major has it. Mark?
Yeah, but it might be because mine's brand new. Is his brand new as well?
Was yours? He's not on right now.
It's 2015.
Okay. So he has.
That could be then.
But Mark, you said replacement value on an RV is usually for the first few years only?
Yeah, I think mine through Progressive. I think Brian over at Compass told me the first 2 years they'll do full replacement cost for the same unit, whatever year model.
Okay, we have lines open, 303-713-TALK. Sean, go ahead.
No, like I was saying earlier, before I got cut off, I dropped coverage. But yeah, Camping World.
Yeah.
They won't do a good job. I can just tell you that much.
Yeah, I was asking you, do you think in general that company has gone down in quality and assurance? Because they used to be the Shiznits when it comes to getting stuff done.
Oh yeah, definitely. They, their customer service has gone in the toilet. They just, they're in it for the almighty buck.
Now, do you have an RV?
I've got a travel trailer.
Do you ever go to RV America? I love those guys. Not RV America, Century RV. Century RV.
No.
Hold on. Let me amend this. RV America used to be a great place. That's why I said them. Please don't go to RV America now. Harry sold the owner. Harry sold that place, and it's not what it used to be. So, my God, I said that by mistake. I loved him and his family when they owned it. But right now, my horse is with Century RV. Love those guys. Have you ever tried Century RV?
No, but I would be tempted to. I'm at my wit's end with Camping World. They had my trailer for almost 3 months, and all they had to do was fix a propane line.
Yeah, and my apologies, though, to the people up at RV America. I don't like you guys anymore. The company is not what it used to be. So remember, people, CentryRV.com is our place. And thanks, Sean, for all of your information. Don has an auto insurance issue. Go ahead, Don. What's happening with you?
All right, I'm going down Colfax. I get hit by a car. A car runs through the stop sign and slams into me. Me and my kids are in the car. And I don't want to go through my insurance, so the lady hits and run me, actually. I left that important part out. But fortunately, they left the whole bumper on the ground, so the license plates are there. If the police come, they get the license plates.
So what did you do?
So they find the lady. She says she was arguing with someone in her car, and she wasn't paying attention, so the detective told me to, gave me the information.
Yeah, but did the detective give her a ticket?
Yeah, she got a ticket, had a court date. And
isn't that funny? Her whole bumper was there.
Did she get arrested for leaving the scene?
It's
and
a ticket.
That's what I was wondering, why they didn't arrest her.
Well, because they don't arrest you for leaving the scene unless alcohol or drugs are involved or a crime.
How would you ever know?
How would you know? Yeah,
well,
that's what I was wondering.
it depends on when they find him. If they find him too late, there's nothing they can do about it. If they find him right away, then they do a test. But how long after did they find him?
It was the next day.
That's why they didn't do it. Okay, so now what?
Yeah.
Now what? You got the ID, now what?
So I got her Fred Loyal.
Oh, no, she has Fred Loya? Oh, my God.
And they're telling me they have 45 days to do anything to my truck.
Well, listen, I want to make something very clear. Fred Loya, you couldn't get a worse company if you tried, okay? If you went out to Colfax and found one of those drunks on the corner and gave them $50 and said, protect my vehicle, you would have better insurance. It's that bad. Fred Loya, oh my God, I have never, do you know we have never once, not once, had a Fred Loya customer happy, ever. Or anyone involved with Fred Loya happy, ever. And I mean ever. Even with State Farm and Farmers and Allstate, I hate those people. But you know what? We get people once in a while who say, no, I like them, they're all right. Never, ever, ever with Fred Loya. So here's what you need to do. You need to be armed and extremely dangerous when it comes to protecting yourself. First and foremost, do you have collision coverage?
Yes, I do.
You need, honest to God, to put it into your own. And I know you didn't want to, but it won't be counted against you. You call it a hit and run, and you tell them the story and get it fixed, and then go after that person for the deductible, because fighting Fred Loya will be a nightmare.
Okay.
Now, you may want to wait, but they will take the whole 45 days, and they'll give you pennies, and they'll make you fight for every penny. What you could do is just sue her directly for all the damage. How much damage do you have?
I took it over to a friend of mine. He has a body shop. He said it looks like about $3,000 worth. So
you can sue her for $3 or $4 grand in small claims court while you're putting it into your insurance.
Okay.
And what I'm saying is, and tell your insurance that you're trying to go after her and you'll reimburse them. Listen, I would not keep this from your insurance. I would argue your rates are not going to go up. If, first of all, was this the first time? First accident?
Well, my daughter had an accident less than 30 days from that. 30 days.
That's bad. And is it the same car or a different car?
It's the same policy, but a different car.
Okay, and was it an at-fault or not?
It was her fault, yeah.
Okay, was the same driver involved?
No, I was driving.
Okay, it may or may not count against you. Who's your carrier?
We have State Farm.
Oh, my God. You got one of the bad ones, too, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you, you need to figure out how long you have to report to your company, and you better figure it out, because if they decide to turn you down and you don't report it in time, you're screwed.
You're kind of breaking up on me. They're telling me that they're waiting.
All right, hold on. I have to tell you. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Find out how long you have to report it to your company, and then wait till the last minute and see what Fred Loya does. Stay in touch with us, and we will help you, okay? Now, we have an emergency broadcast test coming up, and I ask people that you don't go away. Please stick with us, and we will help you. We'll do this. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Meanwhile, GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Don't get ripped off. So many people get ripped off with contractors nowadays. They can do your roof, your gutter, your siding, your decks, your windows, your doors, your inside and out. They do basements. They do kitchens. It's GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Mark Szymanski is the owner. I know him personally, 303-679-8509. Okay, so I want to take a call, but I also don't want to be in the middle of this test. How long do we have before the test? 1 to 3 minutes. Okay, will you signal me when we get this test done? Help us. What is the test? It's just an EMS, emergency broadcasting
system.
system.
It's a new presidential EAS.
Okay, or EBS or whatever. Okay, William, what's going on, sir?
Well, hello, Tom. What's going on is I and my family live in Rama, Colorado, and we are presently on welfare, receiving TANF, and we have problems with our well.
Okay, hold on. You're on welfare. Are you renting or do you own?
Well, we own. This is my family's farmhouse. We've had it in the family for 110 years.
And you mentioned social services. Why?
Well, because normally they help out with things like this. If you live in town, they help out with any kind of a plumbing issue.
No, they don't. No, social services never helps with any kind of home repairs ever.
Oh, well, that's I didn't know that.
But, William, that doesn't mean we don't want to help you or find a way. I just don't want you going off half-cocked with the wrong information. That's all.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hold on one sec. All right, never mind. I thought that was the test because I was hearing it.
It's all cell phones.
All right, William, so I want to keep talking here. That's cell phones. We have an EMS test on the cell phones. I guess it didn't come over the air. All right, so, William, you're on social services. What kind of social services?
It's called TANF, a Temporary Assistance for Needy Families.
Okay, I'm going to look into it. Temporary Assistance for Needy Families. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And you have problems with your well right now?
Yes, sir. The water line is leaking.
The main water line from the well to your house?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on. We got more coming up. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Pro Auto Care is your car nanny. What does that mean? That means if you have a problem with your car and you call them and become part of their system, you will be in the system. That means from then on out, they will text you reminders of anything that needs to be done on your car based on your VIN number, based on your estimated mileage. You get friendly reminders like oil change due, or come in to do this, or come in to do that. It's wonderful. Plus, in between every service, you get free roadside assistance. What a wonderful thing to be part of the Pro Auto family. They're your car nanny. 303-PRO-AUTO or 303proauto.com.
This report is sponsored by Napa.
Police.
Aurora. You think Ray Crockett, big name? Yes, of course. Okay. Why? Just for spots over there for Frank.
Dad said it did go on the air.
What about Ray Crockett? He voiced the spot.
The EAS sound.
He's a month.
Weather forecast. Slight chance of
Ray Crockett.
Today with a warm high of 81.
McDonald's?
Likely overnight.
McDonald's.
The founder. Who are you talking about?
Oh, Ray Crockett's a football player. That's why I was asking, is he big?
Hell no, don't do that.
No.
Why would you do that? I'll get somebody.
No, but they got to be on the station over there, the Broncos station.
They don't want me. They want a sports star. I can find a sports star.
Let's do it. Who do you know?
How about David Treadwell? Do you think he was in the Super Bowl?
I'm asking you.
I've heard of Ray Crockett.
Oh, sorry. You never heard of David. Okay. How about Tom Ruin? No?
Hunter?
They'd have to remind themselves, no matter who they are, they'll have to say, I'm so-and-so. Okay, I'm sorry. What? What were you going to say?
The only thing I was going to say is the guy was told you can't put a lien on the, he called the shop about that vehicle that was taken to Oklahoma. Can't put a mechanic's lien because the bill's been paid in full.
No. He is putting it on because he paid it.
Right.
He can.
I'll tell him that then.
Yeah, the caller needs to put it on, not the shop. The shop is paid in full.
The caller says,
He needs to put it on.
I took on the bill.
Yeah.
Now you owe me.
Yes.
What about...
They tried to ask the shop if they would. That's probably
Tom,
what.
what about the safety, what's his ex-safety guy there?
Who?
That's right over there.
Yeah, you don't even know that.
No.
I know, it's tough because they're all retired guys.
Right, but he's got a Super Bowl.
Wait.
Safety,
The guy we like?
Yeah.
He can't do it because
Stephanie knows a lot of
he currently works for the Broncos.
When I went to that iHeart thing, hey, Stephanie, what's up? Look, I said,
Ask her.
You know all these guys. You know why? I don't know why, but when she was at 4, she'd go in and interview. They did live stuff at the newscast. So there's this one guy.
What about that receiver?
I didn't know him. She knew them all, and they're really good guys. Maybe one of those.
Twitter has removed Georgetown professor Christine Fair's account after she tweeted the...
Well, once again, though, the only thing with Crockett is he's on air over there.
Did you hear your phones right by the microphone?
Yeah, by mistake.
Why, did you hear it?
Nothing I can do about it, man. I didn't know what was going to happen. What happened, Tim? Did it come through or something?
I'm wondering if it did. So.
No, it did. I stopped it right away. It started coming through, and I silenced it. I don't even... How would you know that?
Probably heard it.
Hi, Tom Martino, your Troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ. This is perhaps the biggest reveal of all when I talk about products and services. This is a way to get straight, beautiful teeth in 2 years for pennies on the dollar compared to cosmetic dentistry. Plus, it'll fix your apnea and it will fix your TMJ all at the same time. I know it sounds too good to be true, but it's true. And they do it with widening your palate that you wear. You wear this mouthpiece. It's invisible. You wear it, and it gradually widens your palate. No pain, no suffering, no surgeries, no extractions. Then, as your teeth straighten out, you use Invisalign, and you're done in 2 years. He's got pictures to prove it on his website. It is the most unbelievable thing you're going to see because it cost about, what, $2 or $3 grand or maybe $4 compared to $40 or $50 for cosmetic dentistry or surgeries or the like. Okay, look up the new orthodontics. Dr. Kent Lawson, Lauson, Aurora Orthodontics. Look them up. 303-690. 0100, and they're on my referral list, referralist.com. Jay has a comment on Fred Loya Insurance. I said they suck beyond sucking. What do you have to say?
Oh, so in 2013, I was involved in a hit-and-run accident. This Jeep hit me out of nowhere. I was on Colfax, really far east near the new hospital. Anyway, to make a long story short, I followed her for a while I'm on 911. I got her plate number. They told me to stop following her. It ended up being a lady anyway. So it took 2 weeks for the detectives to track her down because they were so busy with so many hit-and-run claims, and about a month to get a police report. So in the meantime, we found out their insurance, and my insurance was really good working with the situation.
Who was your insurance?
American National Insurance.
All right.
Anyway, so long story short, I had surgery 3 months prior, so I had whiplash symptoms. I had to get another MRI on the back.
Where are we going with the story? Was Fred Loya good or bad?
They were bad, but I had to threaten them with the insurance commission.
Of course you do. Of course.
And in the end, about 6 months later, 7 months later, they ended up paying me for the value of my vehicle, $5,000 plus the MRI. It was like $12,000.
But you had to fight tooth and nail, didn't you?
Tooth and nail.
Oh, man.
It was crazy. Anyway,
that sucks.
I'm probably one of the few with a good outcome.
But thank you, though. Thank you for giving us hope on that. You know, geez. Nick, is this a Camping World comment, or do you have a problem with Camping World, Nick?
I just wanted to let everybody know, never, ever, ever, ever go to Camping World.
Tell me what happened. Nick, I've been hearing this. You know, they used to be, as I said, a top dog in the camping, you know, for RVs and stuff. What's going on? What happened with you?
Bought a camper, spent $80,000 on July 19th.
So you bought it from them?
I bought it from them, the one down in Fountain. We used it once. I took it straight back for some warranty work to get done. Just a handful of warranty work to get done, and it's still there. And
when did you take it back?
Just a little, like a week after I bought it.
When was that again?
July 19th.
Oh, my God. So July, August, September, October. Are you kidding me? Over 2 months.
Still getting the runaround. They don't care. They absolutely don't care. And
I'm hearing this more and more. You know, we ought to get maybe somebody from PR up with these people to address why they suck.
I don't know if they have PR. They only address one problem at once. I went in there with 8 small things.
What kind of RV is this, Nick?
It's a Mercedes. It's a Mercedes built on a Sprinter.
Hold on.
It's a Freedom Elite.
Okay, it's on a Sprinter, and they market this.
Yep.
So they sell them. Does anyone else sell them?
I think so, yeah.
What I'm saying is, why not go direct to the manufacturer, bypass Camping World, and go somewhere else?
Well, I've called the manufacturer and I've talked to them. It's made by Thor. The actual camper part of it is made by Thor, and I have talked to them. They kind of just say, you know, you've just got to work with whoever.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
You know, they just give you a runaround as well. So.
Okay. Is it drivable right now?
Well, it's covered in hail damage. The windshield shattered. The whole bodywork shattered. So I've been trying to get it out of there so that I can take it to a body shop, because it's got to go then into a body shop for the next 6 months to get fixed that way. And I'm trying to get it out of there because I have an appointment at a body shop on October 16th.
Well, why can't you get it out of there?
They're still working on the warranty work.
Oh, so
and if I take it out, then it's going to be another God knows how many months before they can get it in and get it finished. I'm trying to get the all their warranty work stuff done first.
Hey, listen, this is not a reflection on Camping World. They didn't build it. It is a reflection on their service, however. But I want to ask you about the Mercedes, the drivetrain and the chassis. Are you happy with it?
Absolutely.
Don't they drive?
Used it once.
Don't they drive great?
They're beautiful.
I know.
First diesel I've ever had, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Yeah.
And did Thor do a good job with the conversion?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we used it for a weekend, and then we took it straight back. And
if I were you, I would just check with, for example, Century RV, and see if they can service Thor through the manufacturer, and then I would run, not walk away. That's what I would do, Nick. Keep us informed, really. Jim's got a problem with Kaiser. Jim, welcome to the show. I'm Tom Martino. How do we help you, sir?
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
Good. What's going on with Kaiser?
Okay, well, I know you like to cut to the chase. So 3 years ago, I had a knee replacement where they actually cut the part of the bone out.
Yeah.
And then they put the new one in.
Okay.
Well, I'm a pretty small guy, and I think they put the wrong size knee. So I've been at them for about 3 years.
Did you listen, man? Did you? This is very important, and you're going too long for malpractice.
Yeah, they told me that.
Jim,
lawyers did.
Well, it may be, but then there's something called when you discover it. You see, not just when it happened, but when you discovered it. But I have a more important question. Did you get an independent opinion?
Well, yeah, I got a second opinion, but from inside the network of Kaiser.
No. I'm asking if you went to an independent physician who said that's the wrong size. Why do you suspect?
I didn't.
Why do you suspect it? Why do you suspect it's the wrong size?
Because it's gigantic. It's way bigger than my other knee. It's huge. If you was to put a tape measure around one and the other,
can you send us a photo?
Probably about 1.5 inches rounder.
Can you send us a photo?
Oh, I can't because I'm driving at work.
Why can't you just have, if you're still having issues with it, why can't you just have it redone?
Well, because they don't acknowledge it.
Yeah, but he's saying he's in pain, I assume.
Yeah, yes. So I'll make it short that when they drilled down into the lower part of my leg, they took out too much of the bone, so the density it's too thin to
do it again.
Take it out.
That sucks.
Well, hold on then.
Yeah, real
bad. Hold on. So you're saying even if they admitted it was too big, they can't put another one in?
No, I'm stuck.
Well, then what do you want, basically? What are you hoping we can do for you?
I just want to know, I've listened to you forever and ever.
Yeah? What would you like?
So your opinion counts a lot. So I can't go to a lawyer. I'm thinking about going to Social Security.
Why can't you go to a lawyer?
Because they said it's been too long.
No, listen, that's okay. You have 2 years to file from the date of discovery.
Yep. That's what they
When was the operation? Hold on, Jim.
Discovery.
When was the operation done?
What
date?
Well, 3 years ago, back in April.
April of what? Of what? Of 15?
Yeah.
Okay, but when did you actually discover it was the wrong size?
Well, they won't admit it to it, but
then you didn't discover it.
About
Jim, you didn't.
Half a year later.
Jim, you didn't discover it. No one has told you that yet, right?
Right. You're exactly right.
Okay, so let's say you get a doctor to positively say you got the wrong size. I think you can squeeze in.
Okay, so then...
I'm saying it's date of discovery. Let's say you didn't have suspicions for a year later. I'm just saying.
Right.
And so that would be April of 2016. So you have until April of 2018, and you're past that. But I'm just saying that discovery is the hinge, the linchpin, as they call it, that could possibly move this. Suzanne?
Jim, didn't you say you discovered it 6 months after the surgery?
No, he suspected it. I don't know if that means discovery. We can listen. Let's ask our attorney, one of our attorneys on malpractice. Hold on a second. No matter what, we got to try to help you. I don't know. Okay, in other words, Jim, I guess this is the question. If it's not malpractice, if we can't help you there, what do you want?
Well,
what do you want?
The biggest thing is that Kaiser, they don't really care, and I'm not a big pain medicine person, but that baby hurts.
So you want something done about the pain. Okay. Have you considered maybe stem cell therapy? I'm not saying it will, but who knows? It might be able to help you. I don't know that.
I don't know if you can use stem cell.
You don't want to go, listen, I don't know. I'm saying where it connects maybe. Here's the other thing, Jim. You don't want to get on pain management. You do not want to.
No.
Because
I don't.
You're never going to get off it. It's terrible. And it'll keep, you keep building up a tolerance. So hold on. Let's explore this, all right? So, Suzanne, what I think we need to do is we need to get someone to talk about the malpractice part first.
Bendinelli.
Yep. Marco Bendinelli, attorney on our referral list. Then we'll talk more. Now, Claude, hang on. William, I did not forget about you, William. The poor guy out in the country with the waterline breach.
This is... why did Tim come in here and say, was your phone on when that emergency broadcast went on?
It must have went through.
Yeah, but it was never meant to be on the air anyway, right?
What, your phone?
No, you told me we were going to have a test. Yeah. Well, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Did it go over the air? Yes. When?
At 12:20.
Oh,
was it during a call?
No, it was during a break.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
I didn't know that. Why did we still hear the break? Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I didn't hear no.
We didn't hear it.
Look, but you see the way he comes in
and Forbes crowning a new billionaire in the ranking of the richest Americans.
McCaffrey, he'd be a good one. He does all those advertisements.
Microsoft co-founder Bill
See, I'm telling you, it's really weird when they work for people.
I mean, do you know that Bezos,
net worth is $160 billion, up from over $81 billion.
He may be the first trillionaire in history.
There's one problem with Amazon. Okay?
What is it?
Well, right now it's nothing. It's called government regulation. If they hit them with something, that can be a game
They have a
changer.
conglomerate of all independents. They have done this brilliantly.
I'm just
There's
saying.
no barrier to entry.
They're
not controlling it.
There is issues that can come up.
Yeah, but think about what they're doing. They're not setting prices or stuff. They're not controlling it.
They said that about, well, okay. I'm just saying, the only downside I see to Amazon, and not just here, government regulation anywhere. They're a world force. Because we operate one way, doesn't mean Mexico. Look how Mexico and other places handle Uber. No, you can't do it.
Mark, you know the best part about what Amazon did was very simple. They're an aggregator.
Yeah, they're a flea market.
That's what they are.
But they went a step further and said, send us your product and we'll do all the labor too. That was the ingenious part.
With their warehouses.
Yeah, because eBay really is the same thing. But it'd be like you send it to eBay and they handle it.
You know what? How do you scale it? That's what I want to know. You have to have, the brilliance of Bezos is not concept, because I'll bet you it evolved with him. It's having the people that you have in place. Because without delegated authority, you could never scale. In other words, you have to have such faith in people that just do things. That is the magic.
It's hard to even open up the second location.
What are you guys doing with line 1 and the farmhouse?
I'm going back to him.
Okay, you are.
Tell him.
And then line 3, he wouldn't tell me what, but he wants to comment on the Cracker Jack commercial because he's in the industry and he can't afford to advertise on our show.
Have you been fumbling around just too long? Listen, we're transparent. That's fine. We can have differences of opinion. There is help. I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino.
We're going to be on playoffs, Comcast.
Make this year the year to put all.
We're going to get a lot of eyeballs.
Larson Tax Relief won't judge you, but they will.
It'll be Thursday, so you'll hear people saying, hey, I saw the referral list on
Are we still up north?
I pulled north. We haven't been on Comcast for about 2 weeks. We ran 3 months hard, and I've taken about a 3 month or 3 week break.
We need to get someone on the phone, Mark.
We're actually not bad there.
Okay, good. Yeah. But I'd like to do it at a concerted effort. And then I'd like to see what Dan's list is stealing from us. And maybe file an IP suit against him.
Oh, I can't wait to talk to this guy today.
I'm coming back after you. We got talking about tree service too that dropped on that.
I really would like to discuss that on the air.
Which one?
In fact, I think we get Mike on the air to discuss it. The tree service guy.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Okay, listen. We have Claude who wants to talk about Camping World, and I'll take that because we're in line. Then I'll go to, we haven't forgotten any of you, so hang on. And then, Jim, we're going to try to get for the knee, we're going to try to get a malpractice attorney. Claude, what's going on?
Well, Tom, last October I bought a new RV at Camping World.
Yeah?
And I took it back no less than 4 times for the same darn problem.
Now, what kind of RV?
It was a 33 and a half foot fifth wheel.
What make?
It's a Volante by Crossroads.
Volante, yeah. So, but what was it, a Camping World problem or was it a Volante problem?
It was
Crossroads.
It was a warranty problem, That.
So, what I hear, since it goes across so many brands, I'm hearing it's Camping World. That's the common denominator.
Camping World's customer service all across the United States is rated very poor.
You know, they used to be, as I said, the Shiznits. I mean, they were the place to go.
Yeah, if I'd known now what I knew, or if I'd known then what I know now, I'd have never bought from them.
You know what Century said to me before I bought? I was just looking around. They didn't know me
Century RV, what did they say?
They didn't know me from Adam, but they said, and I really love this about these guys, they said, I don't care what make and model, we try to go through them and make them perfect, but you will have some issues. Absolutely, positively, will have some cosmetic stuff happen on almost any brand, and just kind of take note of it. Then when winter comes and you're not using it, bring it up to us, we'll take care of it. I loved it. They were honest with me that it's a custom-made thing.
Yeah, you're right.
There's going to be problems.
Alan is on the air, part of our transparency I talked about. I said, listen, the commercials are part of the show. If you hear anything, you can comment, you can hold me to task. Go ahead, sir. Alan?
Yes, this is Alan.
Did you hear what I said?
No, I missed that.
Okay, I just said, as part of my transparency, when I advertise stuff, I tell people they can comment, they can hold me to task, whatever they want. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, okay. As a consumer, I wouldn't trust Cracker Jack. As a contractor, who I can't afford to advertise on your radio.
Oh, hold on. That's a little unfair without some kind of evidence. What do you mean you wouldn't trust him?
I'm about to get to that.
Yeah.
As a contractor, I can tell you that it's not possible what you and he didn't call you to correct the mistake.
What are we talking
and
about?
You are advertising that he does 60,000 jobs.
Right. He did 60,000.
In order to do 60,000 jobs, he would have to do 1,000 jobs a year. That's 3 a day, which he cannot do every day of the year. That's 60 years it would take him to do that. Now they have not done 60,000, possibly 6,000.
Okay, Alan, let me find out. Okay, well, Alan, that's fair. Let me find out. All right. I mean, how can I say, Alan? How can I say that I know that for a fact? All I did is I took their word for it. Now listen,
he did not call you and correct it.
No. He told. Hold on. Let me give you some background. We were doing the ads, and I was saying 20,000 jobs. That's what I was saying. Then
you were saying 60,000.
Alan, will you let me frickin' finish, please?
Okay, go ahead.
I was doing the commercials for the longest time saying they have more than 20,000 jobs, satisfied customers. He was in the studio one day, and he said, you know what, Tom? I just got texted, and actually we have we have around 60,000 jobs. Mark was right here. So that's when I changed it. So here's what I'll do. I will ask him where he came up with the number. That's a good thing, okay? I told you, and I appreciate you bringing that up because I don't want to talk about it if it's not true. I mean, I say around 60,000 jobs, of satisfied customers. You're saying that's impossible. So we'll find out, okay? Thank you. Thank you very much. And originally I was saying 20,000, but you're right. Let's talk about it, all right? 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So he's saying as a result of that he wouldn't trust him. But I will tell you that we have checked them out high and low, and people love them. Now, back to William. William, listen. We have been trying to figure out where we can get help for you, and we have some suggestions. You're low income. Are you disabled, William?
No, actually, I'm not.
Okay, but you're low income.
Yes, very low.
Okay, low income, and you're in the rural area of the state, and how much is your property worth?
Oh, goodness, I don't know. We have about 50 acres. I'm not sure what the worth of
What
that
kind of
is.
house? What kind of a farmhouse?
A farmhouse, yes, sir.
How old?
110-year-old.
Old farmhouse. Okay, gotcha. Old farmhouse, 50 acres. If you had to guess what that farm would sell for, what would it be?
Goodness, I have no
I mean,
idea.
like anybody around ever sell? I mean, give me any, like $100,000?
Possibly.
200 grand?
No, probably not that.
Well, how do you know? I mean, what's the closest city?
Closest city is Colorado Springs.
Okay, now there's a reason I'm asking this. How far from the Springs are you, sir?
About 40 miles.
Okay. So let's say 150,000. I don't know. I mean, land is land and a farm is a farm, and the house is in disrepair, right?
Yes, sir.
How much do you owe on it?
Well, my mother used to live out here.
How much do you owe on it?
And she's I think she still owes possibly $20,000 to $30,000 from loans she'd gotten on it in the past.
But are they actual loans on the property?
Yes, it's a bank loan that she got through Farmer State Bank out here.
Okay. All right. Here is one suggestion. Okay, you're on social services, but it's really weird to be on social services when you have equity, but this is a different kind of social services. This is called temporary assistance for needy families. It's not a regular social services. It comes from the federal government, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And this is a very odd and very rare program. How did you get it?
Well, we got it because when my wife was working, we had all things going cool out here, and our car broke down, our only car. When your car breaks down out here in Rama, Colorado, you become very destitute quickly. I mean, you become like the Donner family, and she lost her job quickly. Things fell behind the bill.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, now this is to provide assistance to needy families, but there's usually a reason. Like, how long have you been on it?
We've been on it now for just a few months, but we've been on it before.
And how much do you get?
$526 a month.
And other than that, what income do you guys have?
Oh, we have a pasture rent that we have. Our neighbor rents our pasture for the horses.
I mean, total income per month, other than this, is what?
I'm sorry?
Other than this, $526, how much would you say you get in income with Social Security and everything else?
Oh, let's see, food stamps, we get that.
Yeah, everything altogether, roughly a month.
Oh.
Just roughly, sir. I got to get an idea.
I would have to say $500 maybe. Food stamps allowing a pasture rent.
Right. What about Social Security? Anybody on Social Security?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Now, are you eligible for Social Security?
No, I don't believe we are.
How old are you?
I'm 48.
Oh, my gosh. And you don't work?
No, I haven't, unfortunately.
Why?
Well, because absolutely there's no jobs out here.
I don't even... Okay, what do you say, man?
All right, William, the reason I'm probing is not to give you a hard time. I'm looking for things. But who else lives in the home?
My wife and our 2 kids.
And how old are your kids?
One is 15 and one is 12.
Okay. And your wife is how old?
Well, 46.
Okay.
Just turned yesterday.
Here's the deal, okay? In all the programs I looked at, you won't be eligible. Do you own the house or does your mom?
My mom.
Okay. I understand that. Okay. This is the deal. In all the programs I looked at, there's nowhere we can get you, under your circumstances, aid. Because you're able-bodied, both of you, in your 40s. And Mark, you said, I don't know what to say. You don't want to insult the guy. No. He needs help with his water line. And we'll try to find somebody who can maybe take payments. But listen, the first question you're going to get, William, the first one, is why aren't you and your wife working?
Well, because she lost her job when our car broke down and she wasn't able to get there.
And what was the job?
She was working at McDonald's in Falcon for a little while.
Well, I give her credit for doing something. Is your car working now?
Yes, we have a car that runs fine
now. How do I say
so
this?
why isn't she working now? Why aren't you working now?
You both have to get jobs. We will try to find you some repair places in the Springs that can extend a deal to you. Get his information, but you got to listen. There are no social programs, though. I'm sorry. I'm surprised that you're on temporary assistance for needy families. I have to take this break, but I want to talk to Mark Szymanski later. He's going to help us with this garage problem, okay? And then we have other comments on Camping World.
This report is sponsored by...
I hope you kept the number of that guy who called in about Cracker Jack. Cracker Jack's got, I bet they have at least 2 trucks each. They got 3 different places they run out of.
I mean, I want to figure that out. I want to figure that out mathematically. So,
I think,
but hold on now. Let's figure it mathematically. Did you do that?
I don't know how many crews does he have.
No. But let's say this. If it's 20 years, say, so you have 20 times.
He's been in business for 20
years. How many work days though in a week? So 52 times 5.
No, they probably work 6 days. But
okay,
I don't
52 times 6 would give you a year. 52 times 6. Okay, so let's do that. 52 times 6. Shut up. I don't want you doing shit in your head. 300 because
he's an engineer.
312 times 20. Don't do it.
He's an engineer.
62.
You went to school for
40 days. 6,240 days. This guy might have a point. I'm telling you this right now.
Why?
Why do you wait a minute? 6,240 work days, working 6 days a week. Now take 60,000 and divide it by 6240. Don't do it in your head. La 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 la. Equals 9 jobs a day. Okay, or 9.6 a day.
Ask Alexa to play 630K.
I guess you got to ask him how many crews he has.
Okay, now wait a minute. Okay.
Well, they've got 3 locations: Denver Metro, North Colorado, and Colorado Springs.
Denver?
Well, I think he's not lying.
I remember when he was here. You said 20, and he said 60.
Okay, I'm Tom Martino. We did some math off the air. Mudjacking. It's Cracker Jack mudjacking. We love these guys, okay? And this is not about...
And we're reaching out to them.
Yeah. But this one guy in the business said there's no way they do 60,000 jobs in 20 years of business. So we did some math. If they run crews 6 days a week over 20 years, it's going to be 6,240 days, 6,240 days, 60,000 jobs, they said, roughly. You take that, due to the division, it would come out to about 9.5 jobs a day. So 9.5 jobs a day with 3 locations. So maybe 4 in one, 2 in another, 2 in... Oh, anyway, and then how many crews, in each one. All I'm saying is we are looking into it. Now, does this mean that I think they're terrible? No. But I said, and I say it all the time, I am transparent. When I advertise stuff, hold me to task. And damn it, I can't pick and choose what I want people to ask me about. This one guy called and asked, we're going to look into it. Okay? And that's the way it is. Honest to God, when you listen to this show, I want you to know that in my heart and soul, I believe in what I'm doing. And it won't work otherwise. You can't do this for 40 years and be a phony. You can't. I mean, you might make a mistake here and there. We made mistakes. We had a solar company where the guy, started going out of business and taking money and cashing and leaving.
Yeah, but unlike any other list in the entire world, we got on it and we made everybody close to whole as possible.
Right. But what I'm saying is, in my heart and soul, I honest to God believe in this stuff. So I want you to talk to me about stuff rather than just making snide comments on social media. I want you to really talk to me because I will talk to you about it and look into it. Now, let's get to this one right here. Steve. Steve's got a problem, and he says he wants to know something about code. I'm going to bring up Mark Szymanski with Genesis Total Exteriors to listen. Okay, Steve, go ahead.
Hey, Tom, thanks. Yeah. Hey, listen, my folks are both 90 and my dad's pretty ill. But anyway, their entry door from their garage to go inside the home, the door is trashed and the door jamb is kind of messed up. But anyway, so he goes over to Home Depot And Home Depot's telling them, oh, no, you have to have a special fire door, and it's going to be about $800 to get installed, blah, blah, blah.
Well, that's not a lot of money, by the way, for a front door, but
No.
Yeah.
This is the door from the garage going into the house. This is the door inside the garage.
Yeah, it has to be fire rated.
It does.
Yes. Mark Szymanski, isn't that true?
That is true. It also has to have self-closing hinges, too. You can't have it just on regular hinges. They have to be hinges that will close the door if it,
And Mark,
popped open. But
can you see that costing? Can that cost $800 to install?
Well, if Home Depot is going to do the whole thing, yeah, I mean, I could see that. And there's different levels. You can't buy those cheap hollow doors you have inside your house, obviously. You do need to buy a solid core door that is fire rated.
Now, Steve, is that what you wanted to know?
Yeah, I thought he was being taken for a ride by Home Depot, but maybe not.
No. Now, there have been people, I don't recommend it, there have been people, since there are no, certificates of occupancy at stake here, there have been people who have done their own doors, and they've done cheap doors. Now, again, I'm not recommending it, but that's what some people have done. They just put in a door.
Right. Well, it has to have a threshold and everything, so it's not just a door either.
What's that, Mark?
It has to have a threshold also. It can't just be a regular door, you have to have a threshold with it.
What does that mean, Mark?
The bottom of the door, so it seals at the bottom.
Oh, okay. And then also, it can't step out and down. Don't you have to have a landing if you have so many feet or so many inches down?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So there are more things involved here, Steve, that, I'm sorry, this is Steve. Steve, there are more things than we thought.
Okay, well, I just wanted to check.
All right, man, and we got great handymen who can do it. Now, of course, Genesis, they're not, I don't think they'll do just a door, but you can call them.
Handyman Hub.
Handyman Hub's good. Ben's got a comment on Crackerjack Mudjacking. Some guy called and said, I doubt that they're doing, 60,000 jobs in 20 years. What do you say, Ben?
Hey, I'll tell you how honest these guys are. Dave Johnson came out. I have a little sinking on my patio.
Yeah.
And he looked at it and he said, it's not even worth it doing it at this time. If it keeps going, call us back. And again, Tom, he did not try to sell me a thing.
Oh, well, that's great. I'm glad to hear that. Of course, they come out to your house, you trust them, they could sell you, but they said it's not worth doing anything right now. Thank you very much for the comment. Now, Jim, is this Jim?
Yep.
This is Jim. How you doing, Tom?
This is the horse's mouth who sat in the studio with me and said, hey, man, I just got a text from our office, and it's about 60,000 jobs. So anyway, Jim, listen, I just want to say something. This is not a great big deal for me, but I do say, hey, if you have any questions, you give us a call. And this guy said, I don't know how they could do 60,000 jobs in 20 years.
It's very simple. We have 4 trucks. They work every day. They average 6 jobs per truck per day. We've been doing that for 20 years. And actually, Tom, I think it's closer to 80,000 jobs.
Oh, my God.
We claim 60,000 to be on the safe side.
Oh!
And there's no reason for us to claim anything like that.
Of course not. We should have got the info from that guy, because he sounded like he had an axe to grind from the beginning.
He said he was in the business.
Yep.
Now, go ahead, Jim.
And our competitors would certainly like to discredit us in any way they could, and we try not to do that, disparage other people. But the truth of the matter is, we've been doing it 20 years. We do 125, 130 jobs every single week.
Oh, my God.
Well, the math is there. The other thing, they're the only one that I know of, the 2-year warranty. If it sinks again, they do it for free.
Jim, another question real quick. You didn't start out with 4 crews, right?
We did not start out with 4 crews, but it only took us about 4 years to get
Okay, well, thank you very much. Sean, what's happening with you? We might run out of time, but we can take you back tomorrow. Sean.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, I called High Plains Contracting off your referral list.
Which one?
High Plains.
Yes.
The guy came down, I gave him the job, my neighbor gave him the job, then he dropped off the face of the earth.
Is he gone right now? Hold on, is he gone?
He wouldn't return a call or nothing.
All right, you hang on. We will absolutely look into this, okay? And we'll get you back tomorrow. Hold on, all right? Don't hang up. All right. 303-713-TALK. Mark, do you know about that? He said that he had talked to you about it?
I think it went a while back, and I do the same thing I always do, good or bad. I send the companies the information, and I was told that he did call.
All right, so we'll follow this up. Now, is this company still on the referral list?
Yeah, it's Todd.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Oh, Todd.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about this, all right? Thank you, Sean. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Listen, you're not going to talk to Angie. You're not going to talk to the people at Home Advisor if you have a problem. They won't solve them. They won't solve them. I will. I'm Tom Martino, and that's why I'm suing them, because they tried using my good name for their benefit. That's why there's a federal lawsuit. You can look it up. Remember, save all your problems for me.
I just tried to give Todd a job. He says, hey, I can't do anything.
Yeah, but he's got to address this one if he dropped off.
I think he already did. I think he said, I'm too busy. I did reach out to the guy and told him I was too busy and I can't do it.
I just tried to give him.
Okay.
Todd said,
You guys are all over it, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
We said, God damn it, it's a 93 or free coupon, and you know, you said you do the deck for $93 or you do it for free.
And load the airplane from the front.
That's right. And small Chinese children.
Todd has done everything that I've ever asked him.
No, that's good, guys.